The basement, where nerdiness thrives, and grown men rant about toys.
Welcome to Fresh from the Basement, and I was mentioning this before, but we stopped recording. But here's a theory that's going to blow your mind. So, we're in a basement. Not the basement, since we're still technically in the future.
Yeah,
But
Aku let us have a little visual of what our basement used to look like.
And I was thinking about this, because our basement's pretty dark and dank. Are we in the same place as the cell? What is it called again?
The dungeon?
The dungeon. Yeah, from the Skeleton Crew. Are we in the same place as the dungeon? Like, if we get out of this basement and walk down the hall, will we just see 3 skeletons sitting there?
It's a possibility.
And we've never been up from the top. What if on top there's a laser lounge and they just all kidnapped us?
It'd be pretty cool.
Oh, God.
I would not mind it. Get to hang out with Dan Chase and Alex Jones. I mean, Alex Edwards.
Alex Jones?
Damn.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you people, Sandy Hook was faked.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Alex. I think you need to take your meds.
Yeah, man. You're gonna eventually have a heart attack with all that rage you're spitting for 3 hours a day, man.
I think Mademoiselle kidnapped all of us.
It probably did, dude.
Mademoiselle. But anyway, this is, once again, a top 10. Go figure.
They're fun, man.
Which is funny, because Alex Edwards just posted, like, a picture of Batman slapping Robin, that meme. But Robin's like, name top 10 bands that you, and then Batman slaps him, like, no. And I commented, like, I guess he doesn't like Fresh from the Basement, because we're nothing but 10s.
Well, that is flack against this new Facebook game that everyone has been playing this past week that is name 10 bands you have seen live, but one of them is a lie. And guess the lie. Guess which one you haven't seen. And everyone's been doing it. I don't normally join in on these, but I enjoy them. You know, I like to see what people put up there, you know. But there's been a lot of flack over that one, I guess because so many people have been a part of it. And
yeah. I would just be an asshole about it. Like, I would make the one that's a lie so obvious. It would be like all these bands I saw live: Cattle Decapitation, Black Sabbath, and then The Doors.
Yeah, it would be one that's obvious. Like, yeah, I saw Robert Johnson.
Yeah, when he invented the blues.
Yeah, I was there. I gave him the guitar. But
I gave him the pick of destiny.
But one that was really funny and what was kind of cool, I'm friends with Zenith Will Rule on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen her videos.
I have not.
Well, she posted hers and there was Insane Clown Posse on there. And you know what? I dig some Insane Clown Posse, so I was like, I'm gonna see if that's the lie. That's gotta be the lie, you know. It was so obvious. I'm like, is it ICP? And she says, no, I actually went to see him with a friend of mine, and it was a really, you know, say what you will about their shitty lyrics, but it was a blast, you know, and I was like, wow, that's cool, you know, I dig some ICP too.
But, what were we talking about now? Oh, yeah, the top 10s. The top 10 today
Yeah.
is an idea I've had for a while.
It's gotta be
We did
fun.
our top 5 horrors, and one of the genres I love, not more than horror, but like pretty close, because I think every genre has the potential to be like to tell a great story, is comedy.
Yeah.
I love me some comedy. That's why I listen to a lot of podcasts, because, you know, a lot of the people on Horrorphilia, they have those witty,
They're-
funny personalities.
yeah,
They make me laugh.
they are hilarious.
The art. I love the art of stand-up comedians, which that's a list I've been wanting to do for a while, too, of favorite stand-up comedians, because I was just watching Jim Norton's new special on Netflix, and that dude's hilarious.
I haven't seen many stand-up guys in a long time, but Bo Burnham is one that really has my attention right now.
Yeah, he is very unique with his stuff, but the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do any more stand-up things. I think he retired from that after his recent one.
What?
Yeah, my friend told me that, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, look how young he is. He could do this shit for years.
Yeah, it's genius. Like, his entire presentation is...
Yeah, it's more than just stand-up. Like, he's got music, he's got interaction with the audience. It's really, really fascinating.
Yeah, it's
I
something...
think he's seeking a career in, like, television and, I think, producing. I'm not sure, but I think that's what... And it could easily be a rumor.
Yeah, and you gotta think, the amount of time he's got to put into one of his shows, you know, that's gotta, you know, that you're thinking of more than just jokes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the articulation, like, it really blew my mind where he's like, I got this show planned down to the gesture, and he points his hand like a gun, and a gun sound effect comes out.
Yeah, like, it's so genius, and, like, even the you know, the... on one of them when it's like, you know, my dad says I'm too flamboyant. What are you, gay? And I'm like, prove it. And he throws glitter at the audience. And then later on in the show, you know, he's talking about, yeah, people say I just repeat the same jokes. And I'm like, prove it. And he throws glitter on the audience again. I'm like, that was amazing.
It's so well timed. It's like, it's not even like dumb comedy either. Like,
It's incredibly smart.
He goes very cerebral and introspective too. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it is so smart. Like, it is smarter than it has to be, and it's so good.
yeah.
And
Then he'll do like a smart reference, and then do a very obvious joke. Like, he'll go to his piano. It's like, this is a song called "World on Fire," and he'll just start smashing his piano like, like it's all hot.
yeah, and like, damn it, the oh my god, his country song, The Pandering.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I loved his parody of country and his parody of, like, inspirational Katy Perry songs. Because I've been saying that shit for a while.
Yes.
He's saying what everyone's thinking. Like, I do like me some country, but there's a lot of stadium country nowadays. There's
And
a lot
it
of
is
stuff that's, like, not
awful.
even, like, these kids grew up in a city.
It is awful.
I do like me some Zac Brown Band. They're pretty good.
You know, I never checked them out because their chicken fried to me was the epitome of that bullshit. Even down like
Yeah.
everything that they're saying in there.
Cold beer on a Friday
I'm like,
night.
wow, dude, this is like
Everything
you
fits
sat
just
down, and had a pen and a piece of paper and were like, what do your
What do people
average
like?
Yeah, what does your average country fan like to hear be sung about? And then even that pandering ass verse about
the ones who gave their love.
oh god, that was just the icing on the rotten ass moldy cake. But
It's a catchy song, I understand. But they also did a recent album called Jekyll and Hyde, where they did this great rock song called Heavy Is the Head, featuring Chris Cornell from Soundgarden.
wow.
And it's a rockin' ass song. It's really good. And I saw them live. They put on a really good show. I mean, of course, they also do sing crowd-pandering songs, like they did Piano Man by Billy Joel.
Well, I love that song.
But I mean, yeah, when they start playing, it is overused, it is overdone, but when you do it live, you just feel so, like, you just feel like you're in with the audience, like that you're all, like, it's just a brotherly song. You all just start swaying to it.
Yeah, and I especially love the Weird Al version.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Spider-Man.
Oh my god, I gotta listen to that now.
Dude, swing us your web, you're the Spider-Man.
Why didn't they use that in the Sam Raimi version?
Dude, he did. It was all about the first movie. Dude, it was great. It was great.
Oh, it came out after the first movie. What I'm saying is, why did Sam Raimi put it in the soundtrack?
Oh, okay, yeah. He should have.
And speaking of Sam Raimi, there is one of his movies on my list.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So I guess we'll let you do the honors.
All right.
Start with your number 10.
My number 10 is going to be Austin Powers and Goldmember.
Fuck, that's what I was forgetting on my list.
Now, I'm choosing Goldmember because to me, it's the funniest one just because it's like they gave no fucks, and the only fucks they gave about was like, you know what? This shit's ridiculous, and let's just get as ridiculous as we can. Like, I liked the first movie when it came out, and I liked the second one okay, but they didn't make me laugh all that much. But the third one, me, my brother, and our buddy Nick went to see it in the theater, and we had a fucking blast, dude. Just the beginning, all the ridiculous star cameos. It's an Austin Powers movie. You got Danny DeVito as Mini-Me, Tom Cruise as Austin Powers. All that shit was hilarious.
We talked about this on like a previous podcast where it's like I feel like I was the only one who liked Goldmember.
I know, man.
I wouldn't say I liked it the most. It was my personal favorite for a while, but I really do love the first one the best.
Like, I like the first one, man, but I don't know, Goldmember, there's just a cheesy funness to it. You got Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
He's the one who makes the movie.
You got Michael Caine as the father, and he's great in it. And then you get to that moment, oh, speak English, and it's like, oh my god, you gotta have subtitles. And then the subtitle gags when they meet Mr. Roboto.
Of course, they go for the Domo Arigato.
Yeah, and he's speaking with the subtitles, and it says, "Would you like some shit?" And goddamn, Austin's like, "Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?" And it's like she moves the plant out of the way, and it's like, "No, would you like some shiitake mushrooms?" Like, this shit just had me laughing.
It's like so obvious jokes, but it's like cleverly done.
Yeah, it's so hard, dude. And then
peeing with the fucking what's it called? The statue.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. And just every time they do any like kind of ridiculous visual gag in those movies. Was it the second one? They're in the tent and they're pulling all of the gear out of the bag, and you just see their silhouettes through the tent, and it looks like she's pulling it or putting it all in his ass.
I think the second one's the one I've seen the least.
Yeah,
so
I can't remember if it's the second one or Goldmember that does that, but god damn it, when they do that, it's hilarious. And
also
the openings,
the one with the mole gag.
Yeah, the mole gag, like
with
so
Fred Savage.
So stupid, but just funny as hell. And then when
this was back when Mike Myers was still in the height of his career.
Yeah, like at that point, you know, it was like this guy's gonna be doing things, and then he goes and does The Love Guru.
Yeah, and then that just totally fucks him over. But hey, you know, Tarantino gave him some work in Inglourious Basterds, so
yeah,
you know, that's gotta be nice.
He does Cat in the Hat, you know.
Holy fuck! I might have seen that movie in the theaters. It's a little too far back for me to remember.
Me and my wife went to see that shit in the theater. What a waste.
I remember Jim Carrey's Grinch scaring me a little more, but nowadays I can watch Jim Carrey's Grinch just fine. Even though it isn't necessarily a good movie, I still get enjoyment out of it as a guilty pleasure. But The Cat in the Hat, I'm just like, this movie's ass and a half.
And then, you know, on the second Austin Powers movie, you know, one of the highlights of that movie is when Dr. Evil is singing with Mini-Me, and he's doing Just the Two of Us, but then they up the ante with that in the third movie.
Number.
Yeah, the rap number. That was hilarious. And then they just keep piling shit on, dude. Goldmember was funny.
My favorite line from Goldmember is Michael Caine's line where he's like, the two things I don't like: people who don't appreciate other people's cultures and the Dutch.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
That was too clever.
And so you have
we have Dr. Evil's son actually like going evil by the end.
He finally goes evil when Dr. Evil goes good, and that was hilarious. And
I think they actually took a clip from one of Michael Caine's older movies when he was young, just for that flashback scene. Like I think
yeah,
that
when
was
the
stock
car blows
footage
up.
from another movie. Yeah, like it was from a completely separate movie.
Oh shit! And so they're climbing the ladder, and there was another. The fourth wall breaks, man, were just great. The winking at the camera was hilarious to me. Like, Austin's ahead of Dr. Evil when they're climbing the ladder. Then Austin falls, grabs hold of Dr. Evil, and it rips his pants off. And he's like, "Oh, he's new. You're crazy, but now I can see your nuts." Like, god damn it,
Looks at
dude.
the camera. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, dude, it's so goddamn
That one
funny.
got my mom too. Like we were all laughing at that one because there was a time where me, my brother, and my mom were just like we went through all of them because there used to be an FYE by my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
And I missed that store so much because that's where I got, like, when I was just, like, really getting into film. Like, I've always been into storytelling and stuff like that. But when I, like, discovered, like, James Rolfe's videos and I was going, like, that was pretty much, like, my history lesson on film. All his older reviews when he did, like, that sci-fi marathon and he talked about The Thing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd go down to FYE and just buy all these movies and I would check them all out. And, you know, I would also, like, check stuff out on Whimsy. Like, I'm like, oh, man, remember Austin Powers? And then we started watching all of them, and we were dying.
Yeah, there's some great movies, but man, the third one to me, it's most of the things in the third one stuck with me the most. And I'm like, wow, dude, it's 2002, and you're doing a Silence of the Lambs parody. Wow, that's so bad, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
They did the thing where it was like, where the freaking Pokemon truck or whatever, people think it's Godzilla.
Yeah, my god, dude. Like, Jesus.
I'm not going to change my list, but just know a runners-up for me would have been the first Austin Powers.
Ah.
Because I didn't think about it at the time. And my number 10 is, like, completely far off from your usual comedy. My first two are very far off from your stereotypical, like, Guy Fawkes or fucking that kind of stuff. Because my number 10, not everyone will find it funny, not everyone will get it. I've only seen the movie once, but it cracked my ass up. Dr. Strangelove.
Dude, Dr. Strangelove is amazing.
It's political comedy, but just the way it's done is so ridiculous.
The reformed Nazi. Peter Sellers steals that movie, dude.
It made me fucking piss myself.
Peter Sellers steals that fucking movie.
Yeah. And
he keeps wanting to do the Nazi salute.
Yeah. It is not only possible, it is essential. Oh my god, he's Scaramouche. But a funny story, too, is that the movie's in black and white.
But he wanted that
Kubrick
table.
demanded a green table for them to sit at.
And that is great, you know, because I love how eccentric Kubrick was, even to the fact that, you know, people are like, it's a black and white table. But yeah, I mean, it's gotta be green, dude. It's gotta be green. It's
and I think the reason why he wanted that is because green tables are sort of like when you go to like a casino.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It's like a game table, and that's what he's trying to. That all this politics and shit is like a game.
Yeah, exactly. And just the fact that he did it, and yeah, the movie's in black and white. We'll never see it, but colors have different shades when they're in black and white. You know.
That's true, and also it can be motivation for the actor.
Exactly. Picture yourself like you're at a casino
you say Peter
table.
Sellers steals the show. I think George C. Scott steals the show in this.
Man, he does too, man.
When he fucking, like, is walking and then trips and rolls, so he's like, you gotta look at the big board.
And you know what? I'm glad they changed the ending.
Yeah, the ending was gonna have a big pie fight, which, you know, I still would have found funny, because it's like, it's such a serious situation, and they all just start randomly. Sometimes pies in the face works.
It would have worked for this movie, but I still like...
The reason why this is on my list is for the ending that did happen. Just the, I can walk, and then they all die.
Yeah, seriously. And
I was like, that's how it ends? And then I just started dying.
Like, it's so damn good. And then the guy, that iconic scene of old buddy just riding the bomb like a bull as it's going down. Like, even before I ever saw the movie, I've seen that clip. Like, my mom would be...
like, oh, that's where it's from?
Yeah, my mom would be watching the old AMC or, was it TCM, Turner Classic Movies, and that scene would just flash up during the advertisements, and I, you know, as a kid, I'm always like, that's so cool looking, and then when I finally saw the movie, I was like, oh, that's what that is, damn.
I love how it's like, it was an accident, I think, and while he's on his way down, like, he just knows his fuck, so he's just gonna slap it with his hat and shit.
Yeah, like, it's such a cool freaking scene, man.
And then we have James Earl Jones pre-Star Wars, actually.
Yeah. Pre-Sandlot.
True.
Pre-Lion King.
Man, I love The Sandlot.
Yeah, me too, man. Like, I'm not a sports movie fan, and like, but it's not a sports movie. It's a movie about kids.
Yeah, it's more than just about baseball.
Yeah, I like that, you know, it's just kids and they play baseball, but they have all this other crap going on. So, like, anytime anyone asks me, like, hey, man, what's your favorite sports movie? I'll say The Sandlot, and they'll be like, what? What the what? And I'm like...
I'd say my favorite sports movie is Rocky, but then at the same time, it's like, none of these are really movies about the sport.
Yeah, it's always about the character in the sport, you know?
Unless you get to the Rocky sequels, then it's about the fight.
My favorite sports movie is Radio.
So yeah, Dr. Strangelove was a very clever, very smart political look, and I think it still resonates to...
Yeah,
I hate to sound like
does.
Roger Waters over here, but it still resonates to this day with the modern people.
It definitely
More so
does,
than it did
Roger.
back then.
It definitely does. Like, you can replace those characters with any politician from any era and it still works. Like, this movie is one that will never fall irrelevant unless we find world peace. But even if we find world peace, that
It'll
movie
still be
would...
funny for the time. It'll still be funny for what it stood for.
Yeah, to be like, wow, we used to be like that. Like, so it will remain relevant till the end of time.
Yeah, the only thing that stops it from being relevant, sadly, is the generation I grow up in. There's a lot of people my age who will not watch black and white movies.
I know,
and
it's sad.
Ridiculous.
It is
And I
sad.
hate that because I love black and white.
A lot of my coworkers will not watch a movie if it's black and white. I'm like, wow,
and
man.
colorized black and white movies look
Ugly.
awful.
Ugly.
It looks like a coloring book. I tried to watch King Kong, which is one of my favorite movies, colorized, and it was like, wow, it just takes all the character out of the jungle when it's all like bright vomit green.
Yeah, it's ugly.
It just doesn't look natural.
Even when you first started getting colored movies and you had Technicolor, like...
I mean, Wizard of Oz looked good, and in 1922, when the Phantom of the Opera had that weird colorized scene, like, that looks good. I mean, it's almost like when a movie wasn't meant to be in 3D, and then they added 3D onto it, where it's like, it was never meant to be that way, so the effect is not going to be good. That's what I'm... Because Wizard of Oz was meant to be colorized when they get to Oz, so that looks fine. But when you take something like King Kong, something that was filmed in black and white, meant to be shown in black and white, and will always look great in black and white, and you just fucking jizz color all over it, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is... Yeah, it's so ugly.
Like, it's got to be intended to be color or just intended to be black and white. You can't, like, flip-flop with this shit.
Yeah, and even when, like, you know, back in the day, people chose their scenery and sets and all the colors, you know, they had to film movies a certain way because of the black and white cameras. So nowadays, when it's such a cool thing to make the movie, basically turn it black and white, like they're doing with Wolverine or Logan. They did it with Fury Road, and they do it with The Walking Dead. Like, it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, oh, it just looks like you turned it black and white. Like, none of that classic black and white feel is there. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could put, like, the film grain effect on it, But in the end, it's not real film grain.
Yeah, it's like it's almost in the same kind of deal. It's like if you have a movie that's meant to be black and white and you throw color on it, it's ugly. And if you have a movie that's meant to be in color and you turn it black and white, it just doesn't look all that impressive.
I have to say though, I would love to see Logan in black and white.
Yeah, they're re-releasing it.
I think it has credence to be in black and white.
And it would be cool.
When they did it with The Walking Dead, it was not necessarily to be fancy. I think it was just because the comics were in black and white.
Exactly. And like it's just like, oh, here, watch it this way. But the Logan, I can get behind the Logan. I can get behind Fury Road. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's like a weird contrast because it just does not look like you want it to if you like black and white movies, you know what I mean?
Because I'm not gonna lie, I did a short film on my channel that got taken down because I used like Pink Floyd in the soundtrack and shit. But of course, it was filmed with my digital camera. But I'm a sucker for the black and white style, so I've done that too. I'm guilty of using black and white because I just like the way it looks.
Yeah, exactly, and that's totally fine, man. That's totally fine.
So it's like I could see it either way. Like I understand why you put it in color. It's just not my thing. But anyway, because imagine if you actually saw that green table. It just would have stuck out too much. It would have been a distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is my number 10, Dr. Strangelove. What's the full title? I love the full title. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Love the Bomb. So my number 9 is I tried hard not to have two movies by a single set of directors, but on a couple of them I failed on this account, but these guys are so fucking good at what they do that you just gotta have more on there. And can you possibly guess who they are?
The Farley Brothers?
No!
Oh.
Yeah. Trick question. It's actually...
Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Yes. And can you guess my number 9?
Team America World Police.
Nah, but I'll give it an honorable mention. Great fucking
Basketball.
movie. Give it an honorable mention. Great fucking movie. Enjoyed it. Sadly, they didn't direct it, but who cares? They were busy with South Park and all that at the time.
So which movie is it?
It is Cannibal the Musical.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like to me, when Matt Stone and Trey Parker do anything with music, it is fantastic. These guys know how to write songs that are genuinely funny and just they know how to write comedy and smart dumb comedy. You know what I mean? Like
now they have the Book of Mormon, which is like the biggest Broadway hit ever.
God, I want to see it so bad. But Cannibal the Musical, man, easily their beginning, and it started off as a fucking student film in film school.
Hey, some things go a long way. I remember I had a drama teacher and an English teacher, I think, did that together once. They were telling me about it, how like when they're like, oh yeah, we did Cannibal the Musical together.
See, that is rad. Like, could you imagine, just imagine the teacher who had to sit through all of this, probably pretentious, kind of cheap art movies that their film students made, and then they come across Cannibal the Musical. Like, just imagine that teacher, like, wow. Like, I would have gave it a fucking A+.
Yeah.
But the movie is hilarious. Like, it's cheesy, real cheesy effects. Have you seen it?
I have not, but I've heard a lot about it.
Oh, man. I recommend it. The music is great. The music is hilarious. Matt Stone plays Alfred Packer. And basically, it's the first man who was tried for cannibalism in the U.S., and it's during the frontier days, and they're heading up to Colorado,
Isn't there a
And-
song called like "Hang the Bastard"?
Yeah, dude, hang the bastard, hang him high, hoist his body to the sky. When his eyes bug out, we'll know it's the end of him and the end of our show. Cowbell solo, dude. Dude, it is
Well,
so
Christopher
good.
Walken's happy.
It is so fucking good, man. And like the songs are there's Let's Build a Snowman,
Before Frozen.
yeah, before Frozen, like, dude, then like one of my favorite
the dude
ones.
the dude who did the music for Book of Mormon, I think, did write the songs for Frozen. So
Oh.
I guess that makes sense.
But then you got, one of my favorite songs is the Spadoinkle Day song. And, at the end of the old South Park episodes, there's that jingle, ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
That was the tune from the Spadoinkle Day song, and it's like, the sky is blue and all the leaves are brown. My heart's as warm as a baked potato. And like, dude, like it's
I'm
such.
assuming there's no Primus doing the theme for this movie.
Yeah. Primus was busy fucking around with Tommy the Cat at that point. Yeah, dude.
I love how
Like,
they still kept the theme though, that they never changed. That's always still Primus.
yeah, I do like that it's always Primus, but I wish that they'd go back to the original version, or at least
Yeah, the one that sounds more Primacy.
yeah, or at least the banjo version from the mid 2000s. The version they got now is Wamala from one of Les Claypool's solo albums, and it's a cool song, but I wish that it would just go back to the Primus,
Yeah, I enjoy most of what Les Claypool does, so even if it's not Primus, I do enjoy Duo de Twang.
Yeah, Duo de Twang is great. Frog Brigade is awesome. Oysterhead's amazing. Like I'll follow Claypool wherever he goes. Like, dude, have you heard the Claypool Lennon Delirium?
I might have. I don't listen to their full albums, but I'll be searching throughout YouTube. It's like, oh, here's a Claypool song, and here's
Dude.
and it's just all different bands. But
It's the newest Claypool CD. They released it last year, and it's a collaboration between him and John Lennon's son, Sean Lennon, and it is
I think I heard about it.
It is
but I never
wild.
listened to it.
it is pretty damn good, man. And it's always
I mean,
fun.
if it's a Lennon.
Yeah, it's always fun, dude. When you hear Sean Lennon on there, you will get chills, dude. He sounds just like his fucking dad. It is creepy.
I bet. I love that when you see a musician's son doing music. I was looking up, I think it was Bob Marley's grandson, and he looks, acts, and sounds exactly it's like he just got reincarnated.
Wow.
Yeah, he was just in an interview talking about I like all different kinds of music, even if he was just talking about it, but he was so chill, and it's just it's Bob.
Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend that album. I always like it when someone else sings along with Claypool instead of just Claypool stealing the show,
Yeah.
And you don't get that a lot. You get it with Oysterhead, with Trey Anastasio from Fish, but that's really about it. So it's really
Claypool
cool.
usually is always front and center vocalist. I mean, he had on Tom the Cat, he had Tom Waits.
Yeah, he had Tom Waits. Tom Waits is also on Coattails of a Dead Man, and on the Willy Wonka Primus album, Larry Londe sings a song which is really fucking good.
Yeah, I think he sings "I Want It Now."
Yeah, like that's one of my favorite songs on that album. Like, it's so fucking good.
My aunt went on a date thinking they were just going to go see a fun little band recreate Willy Wonka. They had no idea what they were going to. And then when they came back to me and told me what they saw, I'm like, you guys saw Primus without me?
Wow.
They didn't even know what they were getting into, and they were totally weirded out. I'm like, yo, you saw Primus and didn't even know.
Wow, dude, that is rad.
Yeah, and they were totally freaked out. They're like, I don't know what the fuck we saw, but The thing is, I think they walked out too. I'm like, you wasted those tickets? I could have gone and
Damn.
Because I love that album. I love Primus and the Chocolate Factory.
So what is your... Yeah, I love that album too, man. But what is your... you're on 9 now?
Yep.
Yeah, what is your number 9?
It's going to be a big shocker. I never talk about this movie at all. Never in a million years have I ever ranted and raved about how much I love this movie. American Psycho.
You know what? I can get behind that because in many ways it's a dark comedy.
It is. That's the way you gotta watch it. Because I understand why some people get back to me after watching it. And they're like, it was good, but nothing I'd really watch again. Is because, there's nothing indicating it's meant to be funny.
Yeah.
But I just found myself getting it. After like the second watch, I was like, all right. Because I just started to look at how Patrick Bateman acted. It's like I found myself laughing. I'm like, and I started to realize the social commentary and stuff like that. And I was like, this is actually like fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like that movie is fucking genius.
And it's totally akin to Christian Bale's performance. Like, he just becomes a Looney Tunes character by the end. And the facial expressions on this dude is the funniest thing. When he goes to that bar at the end of the movie and he's just sweating bullets and he's just got this really, like, nervous smile on his face because he just, like, admitted to what he did the last night.
Yeah.
Like, it's the funniest thing. And then he just starts laughing at his business partners out of nowhere. I'm just a happy camper, rocking and rolling.
Yeah, and dude, like, you know what's crazy? When that movie was getting made, Leonardo DiCaprio really wanted to play that role.
He almost got it.
Yeah.
He was very close to getting it. I think because Oliver Stone, because they wanted to make an American Psycho movie for a while. The book was released in 91.
Yeah.
And the movie came out in 2000. So you got, like, pretty much a decade to make that movie.
But see, here's my thing, though. That movie, what is that, 2000?
Yeah, 2000.
When you go back to 2000, I'm kind of glad, because I love Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor, but in 2000, he wasn't ready for that.
He wouldn't have made... He was still Pretty Boy DiCaprio. Even now, like, I like DiCaprio. I used to, like, love him, but, he's sort of gone down for me, too. Like, I like him, but everyone, like, overhypes him to shit. I'm like, he's okay. Well, I wouldn't even say he was okay. He is good.
Yeah, to me it depends on what he's in. To me, when he's with Martin Scorsese, to me, like, that's where he shines.
Yeah, but in another thing, I start to realize, like, his method. It's like if he's not screaming, he's like that's his acting method. It's like he just needs to start screaming. I think you're right with Martin Scorsese. He does shine, and I don't think many people would agree with me. But I think his best performance was Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was good. I liked that. And
because not a lot of people talk about that one, but I think because, he does do the screaming at the end, but it's because, he's losing his fucking mind. But I think for the majority, he played a dude losing his mind pretty well, but I don't think he has the face of a Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, and to me, like, the moment...
He doesn't have the chiseled features. His face is a little too wide.
Yeah. And to me, the moment I really was like, okay, DiCaprio is somebody I should pay attention to, was when The Beach came out. Because when The Beach first started showing trailers, I was like, oh, it's just a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, fuck this. Then my parents rented it, and I loved the fuck out of that movie. Like, it was not the movie that was in the trailers. Like, I was like, holy shit.
And it's like, if you think the movie of American Psycho is a dark comedy, like, I've read the book, like, probably, I don't know, like, 3-4 times now, because I've been getting all of Bret Easton Ellis' novels, and they're all connected, so, like, I try to read them chronologically, so, first time I read it was just to read it. Second time I read it was to fully, like, absorb it. And then the third time I read it was, like, just to be in, like, just to get the references from the previous books.
Yeah.
And it's way more dark. Like, Bret Easton Ellis really goes for the jugular with the violence and the just Patrick Bateman is more of an awful character than you think. He's a racist. He's a fucking sexist. He's like every horrible thing about an American you could get, and or a person just in general. And it really takes a good writer to make you actually sort of laugh at this disturbing shit, and he does, because there's some downright like awkward moments in the book where like he's going out on a date with this random girl and he makes her read this really disturbing poem he wrote in front of everybody. And it's like totally racist and totally fucking like horrible. And it's just like this scene of, like, I want to see that scene come to life just because it's so funny on paper. That's why I've talked about wanting to see, like, a mini-series of American Psycho that's closer to the book. But the problem is, the casting of the movie is perfect. You're never going to get Christian Bale's, but Christian Bale was Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
Both in look and performance. Like, that was the perfect Patrick Bateman. Everyone else did such a great job. Josh Lucas, Reese Witherspoon, all of them were just amazing.
And to me, a lot of the comedy comes from how obsessed with himself that he is. And
yeah, when he's having sex with these two escort girls and he's looking at himself in the mirror.
And just the amount of shit he does in the morning, down to how many crunches he does a day, the style of cologne he uses and aftershave and all the skin toner. But my favorite scene ever is, I always tell people, like, this would be me if I'm killing people, is when he is reviewing fucking Genesis, fucking 80s Genesis.
Like, it's high art.
Yeah, and like, holy shit, dude, that scene is so great. When he's getting ready, he's putting on his damn raincoat, and he's grabbing his axe, and he's talking about Huey Lewis and the News at this point, and he's like,
oh yeah, is that a raincoat? Yes, it is.
Yeah, and then the scene where he's getting the women ready, and he's talking about the Invisible Touch album by Genesis, and
he's such a dick too. The line that cracks me up during that is like, you know, I want you to stare at her ass, and then he just gets all mad at it. Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
Yeah, god damn.
And you know, I do like me some 80s Genesis, but now every time I watch this movie, I just think of you just sitting there with your arms folded like fucking Invisible Touch was not their magnum opus.
Yeah, seriously. Man,
and then
like,
you did that gag in your review. Like, it cuts to him, and you're like, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, because he makes a point. That's a good point, the stuff he's saying. How...
Well, the thing is, I think Bret Easton Ellis would agree with you, too. He's not a big fan of 80s Genesis either. Somebody asked him where it's like where does, like, all this anger and violence come from when you wrote the book? It's like, well, if you were listening to nothing but Genesis, I think you'd want to kill people, too.
Yeah, it's
like, and he's going through, like, he doesn't really think any of the songs he mentions in this movie are good. I think he gave Huey Lewis and the News the benefit of the doubt. He's like, out of all the bands, Huey Lewis isn't really that bad.
Yeah, I can get down to some Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis and the News is one of my favorite bands of all time, even though after reading the book, it really opened my eyes on, like, they were a commercial band. And that's the reason why he picked these specific people for Patrick Bateman to like, is because they're the most, like, commercial sellout bands you could think of. Like, when in the book he doesn't kill people while reviewing the movies, the music. Like, they're just all chapters of him just reviewing the music out of nowhere. I think before killing people, that was a nice way to put that in the movie, because they're some of the best chapters, just his random music reviews.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that.
He goes through more than just Invisible Touch and, you know, Huey Lewis and the News 4. He does something like you would do. He goes through all their fucking history. Like,
wow.
in the book, he goes through, like, Abacab and fucking the Peter Gabriel days.
Wow.
And he doesn't like the Peter Gabriel days because it's just too artsy for him.
Yeah, too artsy and pretentious. I was like, what? Fuck you, Bateman. That's some of the best Genesis out there. Like, you can't go wrong with Peter Gabriel in a fucking flower suit. Come on, man.
Exactly. But, what's it called? So he's going through Huey Lewis and the News, and in almost every song, that he's reviewing, in parentheses, he'll put, like, none of the lyrics were written by any of the band members. And I'm like, that's half of their hits were not written by them. And, you know, that really started to open my eyes. I'm like, I love the way they do it, but they never wrote any of these songs.
Wow.
They play them well. I still love Huey Lewis and the News. Did you ever see the Funny or Die skit where Huey Lewis brings Weird Al over to his house? And instead of going like, do you like Huey Lewis and the News? He's like, do you like American Psycho? And he kills Weird Al Yankovic.
Hell no, I haven't seen
So
that.
at least Huey Lewis has a sense of humor about it. But yeah, I could talk about American Psycho for hours. Another thing, if I ever met Bret Easton Ellis, another thing I'd want him to ask is, does he hate Pink Floyd? Because in a lot of his books, there's some, like, very subtle Pink Floyd bashing. Like in Rules of Attraction, I think it's Sean Bateman. He goes into a bathroom and he sees on the wall somebody wrote, like, Pink Floyd Rules. And then under it, he writes, "Oh, come on, grow up."
Yeah.
And I think Patrick Bateman's... it might have been in American Psycho. I could get this wrong. But I think somewhere in American Psycho, he compares Pink Floyd to, like, only, like, fucking college students who think they're deep like it or something like that.
Well, you know, maybe, you know, he's writing it as the character, you know. Maybe the character doesn't like Pink Floyd, but maybe the writer doesn't mind them.
I would totally believe it if Bret Easton Ellis said he wasn't that into Pink Floyd. Because there's a lot of stuff I disagree with Bret Easton Ellis, but he explains it in such a way where it's like, yeah, I get it.
Ah.
Like, he's never a dick about it. Like, he knows how to... if you listen to his podcast, like, he talks like he's a fucking wordsmith. He just knows how to state his opinion so well that's like, you can't argue with him. He's a respectable dude. He knows what he's talking about. And, what am I thinking of now? Shit. See, this is what happens when I get with American Psycho. It just blows my mind. But the music reviews really were the best part of it.
And then the ambiguous ending, which I love.
Yes.
And to me, I will never watch that god-awful American Psycho 2. To me, that is not canon. Forget that.
Even to Bret Easton Ellis, it's not canon, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's just garbage.
They don't even do any music reviews because they couldn't even afford any music, and also, again, it wasn't even meant to be an American Psycho sequel.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been so funny if it was the early 2000s. You could have made fun of Blink-182.
Yeah.
You could have made fun of the pop-punk scene.
You really could have. That would have been some good shit.
Mila Kunis, you like Blink-182? I think they really hit their peak with All the Small Things. Or whatever.
Enema of the State is a really hip album.
I haven't listened to much Blink-182 other than the stuff that was played on the radio.
I'll tell you, man, like, Enema of the State is the last one that I really enjoy. Like, but then Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is almost just Enema of the State with more money. And
yeah.
After that, it goes to complete fucking garbage.
What am I thinking of now? I'm still hooked on the music thing because it really is the most like unique part. That's who I remembered. Also in the book, Patrick Bateman has a severe hatred for Bruce Springsteen. Like, he'll always, in the middle of any of his movie reviews, like, he'll just be like, and not even fucking Springsteen could beat that.
Yeah.
Like, he gets so fucking mad at Bruce Springsteen. But then again, Patrick Bateman is such a fucking bullshit liar, too, because when Willem Dafoe comes in, he has Huey Lewis in the News. He's like, do you like them? He's like, no.
Yeah.
The Huey's too black sounding for me. And I'm like, you fucking dick. Like, and he's such a quick liar, too. He tells the fucking detective that he has a lunch meeting with Cliff Huxtable. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
And they just believe it. That's another thing. The two ways to look at it is either he is committing the murders and nobody recognizes him because the society is so conformist that he looks like every other yuppie on the street, or it's all in his head. And again, Bret Easton Ellis never confirmed whether it is. He doesn't know. His boyfriend at the time asked him, he was just like, you know, Is he really doing this? It's like, yeah, sometimes I think he is. Sometimes I don't fucking know. You gotta love that when a writer doesn't even know, like, in a good way, that he doesn't even know what he's doing.
Definitely.
And that's another thing, that, like, Bret Easton Ellis points fingers at everyone. Like, he satires everyone, because he is a homosexual, but he'll also, like, call people, his characters are also very anti-gay. You know what I mean? Like, when Lewis Carruthers meets him in the bathroom, you know, Patrick Bateman is disgusted with him.
Yeah.
So he's willing to, like, satire every social group. That was one of the funniest scenes, by the way. Just Patrick Bateman's face when Lewis turns around. And he's like, oh, Patrick, why here? But I think I've gone on too long about American Psycho. So what is your number 9?
This would actually be my number 8.
Oh, true.
Number 8 is it's got to be the those first 2 Brady Bunch movies from the 90s.
Haven't seen them.
Wow. I highly recommend them, dude, because you know this trend right now with and they've done it for many years, but right now it seems like a pretty big trend taking shows that have a nostalgic vibe of being cheesy and just kind of making them dirty just to do it, like they did with 21 Jump Street. They're doing it. Baywatch is coming out now. They did it with Chips. Yeah, and Chips bombed hard.
I think they did it well with 21 Jump Street by keeping it in canon with the show.
Yeah, right. And they did it to the Brady Bunch, but it was much more tasteful. You could tell that the writers actually watched the show and knew what to keep and what to sort of make fun of. It's
how to, like, poke fun at it while also paying respect to it.
Yeah, and like it's hilarious. They took the Brady Bunch out of the 70s, put them in the mid-90s, and didn't change a thing about the Brady Bunch.
So they're still like the bright. So it's almost like a better version of the Three Stooges movie, where it's like the Three Stooges are in modern times, but they're still acting like people from the 1930s.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because you have them placed in grunge era LA, freaking like 95. And so you've got Greg Brady wandering around the school all 70s style, and everyone's just, you just see all these asshole grunge kids running around, and they're
But then again, would they really be too out of place in the 90s? Like, weren't the 90s really nostalgic for the 70s anyway?
Yeah, and that's a funny thing about it, is the movie does that by putting the Brady Bunch in the 90s. You know, it's the 70s, but at the same time, it's poking fun at the 90s as well, because everyone's a grunge kid. Like, everyone's got flannel, long hair, ripped jeans, and it's hilarious. And, goddamn, what's his name? Is his name Ian McDermott, who played
the Emperor? Ian McDermott played the Emperor in Star Wars.
Oh, never mind. God damn it, what's his name? I always forget his fucking name.
Ian McKellen?
No, Michael McKean is my bad. Michael McKean. I knew Ian was in there somewhere. But he played Spinal Tap. He is in there as their neighbor. He's like their asshole neighbor. And
now I want to see Ian McDermott be the asshole neighbor. Like, the Brady Bunch, they're at it again.
Yes.
Good Brady's, let the hate flow through you.
But like,
that would never happen because the Brady Bunch never hate.
The first one is really, really good. Like, really damn funny, but it has a really dumb plot. Like, the Bradys are losing their house, and the kids gotta raise $20,000 and all this. The first one to me
so it's a stereotypical plot then.
Yeah, the first one to me was like, it's a fun thing. But then 2 years later, they do a Very Brady sequel that to me is way fucking better than the first one. There's a lot, the innuendos are bigger, the the out of placement is still there. Everything, the entire cast is back. The cast is fantastic. These people fucking studied the Brady Bunch, dude. Like, it is their impressions, and just they are on fucking spot, dude. Like,
yeah,
but
I was just remembering because with the stereotypical plot, the first one, like trying to raise money, that's so funny because that's pretty much almost essentially the plot to the first screenplay I ever wrote. That was like this stoner comedy, but the whole point was that they had to pay their rent, which a similar plot is coming up with my number 8. But it's so simple to do, and for some reason, young Frank from a couple years back thought he was a fucking genius. Like, yeah, I know it's been done sometime before, but the way I'm doing it is so good. And it's like, it's serviceable, but it ain't high art.
But on the sequel, man, basically, Carol Brady's first husband comes back. You think it's her first husband, but it turns out to be a guy he knew who supposedly killed him, and he's trying to steal this horse statue from him that's worth a lot of money. Well, it's hilarious because there is basically it connects itself to Gilligan's Island. Like, you find out that they died on a boat. Carol's original husband died on a boat, and they go to this rich man who I guess he was gonna buy the horse statue, I believe, and you find out that he says when they all find out that the guy who is posing as her original husband, when you find out he's a fraud and that he sabotaged the boat they were on, the old man is like, damn, my son was on that boat. It was only supposed to be a 3-hour tour. I'll never get to see my son Gilligan again.
Oh, so it's all in canon.
Yeah, like, I was like, hell no. They throw Gilligan's Island in there.
It's also when you think deeper about it.
I was like, that's funny. But then there's, to me, one of the funniest scenes ever of taking the Bradys out of the 70s and putting them in the 90s is that man kidnaps Carol Brady, and they're all on this island, and they run to this motel or something, and the guy's asking for a room, and the guy says something like, yeah, we got all kinds of rooms for, couples and, even gay couples. And fucking Carol Brady's like, I can't wait to be gay again. I can't wait to be back with Jan and Cindy and Marcia and Alice. And the look on the dude's face is like, God damn. and so later on, Mike Brady and all the boys show up. And they go to that same motel. And they're like, did you see a woman over there, come through here? She's my wife. Well, she was with another man, And he's like, yeah, but he's her husband, okay? And he's like, well, she said she wanted to be gay. And so Mike Brady's like, well, we all want to be gay, don't we, boys? They're like, yeah. God damn it. Oh, the dude is so fucking funny, man. But, like, yeah, those movies, dude, both of them. Fuck the third one they made for TV where they go to the White House. That was garbage. But those first two are really fucking good.
Alrighty then. So I'll have to check those out because fucking
they're hilarious.
That was a gag. But the Gilligan thing is really interesting.
Yeah, and not gonna spoil the ending for you if you see it, but then it connects itself pretty ridiculously to another old school sitcom that's like, okay, all right, credits are rolling now.
So my number 8 wouldn't normally, I don't think, make it on any other top 10 comedies list because it is a stoner comedy, and we have a ton of stoner comedies where a duo of 2 people go on a road trip.
Uh-oh.
But this one,
I think I know,
is pretty interesting because it has to do with a group of 2 people who make kick-ass music, and it's a great musical as well. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Oh, shit.
A lot of people criticize the album. I understand why not a lot of people enjoyed the album, but the movie itself is really funny.
The movie makes the album better.
Almost like an adaptation of the HBO show. It's like a redo of that.
Yeah, it's a prequel to the HBO show, definitely. It's how they first met. It's I mean the apartment is the same. That is the same guy from the TV show who hosts the open mic night. Dude,
Yeah.
that movie, if you were a fan of the show or Tenacious D, that movie is the biggest love letter to the fans.
Yeah, and you know, for what it is, I actually think the Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny album, when you actually have like songs like Kickapoo and
With Meatloaf, dude. Fucking Meatloaf.
yeah, Meatloaf and Dio in the same song. And you know, that was the first time the first time Meatloaf had sang in a movie since Rocky Horror Picture Show. So
And that
you know,
was great.
It was a pretty big deal.
He's fucking Jabel's dad, dude.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. That's cool that they made Meatloaf, you know, Jabel's dad. And I love how they just seriously call him Jables throughout the whole movie. And then there's the scene where you see Kyle with the wig on in fucking Venice Beach.
Yeah. You can be
And
part
they
of the
just improvise
KGB, man.
a rock song together. But that wig on his head cracks me up every time I see it.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, when he rips it off, and you have this flashback of a young Kyle, and he's still bald, and they're all making fun of him.
Yeah, and when he's given that little lunch bag by his mom, and he does that happy little strut. I was
Yeah.
listening to the commentary with the D, and they're like, you know, we made sure that kid got Kyle's walk correctly, because that is how Kyle walks. He does that happy little strut.
There's a commentary on the DVD?
Yeah, there's two commentaries. There's one with just the D, and then there's one with the director, Liam Lynch.
Oh my god, dude. I have had the DVD since it fucking came out on fucking DVD. 10 years, bro. And I have not freaking watched it with the commentary.
Yeah, they're funny.
Dude, I gotta do that now. But, like, dude, that movie is fantastic. The music, to me, it makes the album better. Because here's the weird thing. I bought the album first before I saw the movie. And I dug the album, but once I saw the movie, I appreciated the album a lot more. I understood where the songs were coming from.
And I also like the
visuals.
deleted scenes, how they take some of the songs that, like, when I saw the movie, then heard the album, I'm like, all right, so we have the songs from the movie, but where the hell does The Government Totally Sucks comes in? Well,
yeah, like, where does that
a
come in?
deleted scene
Like,
with David Koechner as, like, this redneck fucking store clerk at, like, a gun shop.
and that's one
And,
of the
they don't
great...
have enough money, so they have to touch his heart with a song about America and, like, conspiracy theories.
And that's a great fucking song, too. And I understand why they left it out of the movie. But at the same time, it's like, damn, man, they had to cut a really good song. Because, like, to me, every
The
song...
land of love and freedom is just a baby's breath away.
But if
It's such a
we
good
hold
song.
hands together, we can
We
take
could
back the
bring back
USA.
the USA.
The USA. Yeah. Bring back the US. Oh, dude, man, that shit is
They're
so
taking
good.
all the fucking beautiful animals, yeah,
And making them fucking extinct.
extinct. Oh no! I love Kyle's background singing.
Yeah, his background is fucking hilarious on that shit.
The
and-
funniest one is from their first album when they're doing Wonder Boy. It's like, that's right, me and KG, and just the happiest sounding KG. That's me.
Like, dude, the
There's a really creepy alternate ending, too, where they go back to Lee, and they have to explain what happened to his car.
dude,
But, you know, they all forgive each other, and they all group hug. But then Lee opens his eyes, and he has, like, just nothing but black eyes, like Satan possessed Lee.
yeah. Because, like, it's crazy, though, because, like, it's crazy that, you know, yeah, this is a prequel to the show, but they bring Lee into the fold much differently than they do in the show.
And also they do the tribute. They actually have to prequel the tribute that they have the rock off with the devil, but then can't remember what the song they sang
Yeah,
was.
because even in the show, tribute was just their way of, like, you know,
Bullshitting their way out of
getting arrested,
Out of,
basically.
yeah.
Because that rider was pissed off that they were busting holes in the ceiling.
Yeah. And then they bring the Sasquatch back.
Yeah,
Played by
that
Dave
was great.
Grohl.
Getting the Sasquatch back, even the same guy that played him was
Yeah,
fantastic.
Dave Grohl from Nirvana and the Foo Fighters plays both the Sasquatch and Satan.
Yeah, like holy shit, dude.
And by the way, one of the best devils put to screen.
You're not lying.
Because that's a great sequence. The
Dude.
Rock Off.
The Rock Off is really the icing on top of the icing on top of the icing of this amazing fucking cake, dude.
And it comes sort of out of nowhere, but it's so funny when it turns out that the fucking announcer was the devil the whole time.
Yeah, right? And dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
when it moves over to his spot and and it just starts like twitching. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he picks up the pick and it's like, oh shit. And
Yeah,
like,
and that's another funny thing about the commentary is because they'll roast their own movie. The reason why he picks up the tooth and then walks a couple of miles before turning into the devil is because that's where the green screen was. So there's a little X on there. So like either Kyle or Jack or Mick is like, all right, walk over to the X.
but like,
Walk over
to
the
me,
magic green screen spot.
one of the most comedic geniuses of a scene in this movie, one of the greatest visual and audio gags in the whole movie, is when they're on that car chase and Lee
I
is
was just about
watching
to
it.
say that.
Lee is watching it on the TV and he cuts the sound down and calls him up and he's hearing the sound through the phone while he's watching the TV and it is synced up so perfectly. That shit makes me laugh every time I see it.
What are you doing? So we stopped by a movie. It's called Cop Chase 4. Have you seen it?
He goes, oh God!
It's pretty scary.
And he's just watching the TV and he's like, that's my car.
Yeah.
And then you gotta love the random dude, the random guy with the limp who's trying to follow him.
Yeah,
And-
dude who looks like some fucked up Undertaker.
Yeah, and like when they finally go to bust him at the end and it's like the cops are there and he's like, you'll never catch me, and he's just limping and they just walk up and grab him.
Yeah.
That movie,
One of the
dude.
best quotes is like, I'm going to take your eyes, and I'm going to take your balls, and I'm going to cut out your balls, and put them in your eye holes.
Yeah. Like, dude, this is actually on my list. And it's
One of the best quotes is when they go into that restaurant and Amy Poehler is the waitress, and she asks Jack what he wants. So he's just like, I will have a large carrot juice. It's like, we don't have that. And he's like, then I will have nothing.
yeah, then I will have nothing.
Jack is like, that's what I love about the Tenacious D dynamic is that Jack is always such a dick, but it's like so funny his delivery on everything.
Yeah, he's like such a fucking full of himself diva, but he's always accusing Kyle of being the diva.
Yeah, and you could see how other comedy bands were like inspired by that dynamic because that's very much what like Dan does in Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah.
That's like he's the star while Brian's in the background.
Like it is just completely perfect, man.
Yeah, when they're doing the what was I thinking of now? Fucking another great moment. Well, of course, there's the Sasquatch trip out scene. That's hilarious.
When
One of
he's
the greatest songs on the album.
when he's walking around with Sasquatch, but then it's
And it
showing
comes
you
back to the real world and he's in like a typhoon.
yeah, he's like just sailing down a fucking waterfall. And he's climbing up the tree, like that shit, dude. Like that movie is, to me, just perfect all the way. Like to me, there is no
Oh,
Bullshit.
fucking Clockwork Orange reference.
yeah. He's a wee little baby.
They originally wanted it to be a Warriors reference, but then I think a fucking Ben Stiller movie at the time, who's in the movie.
Yeah.
I think another comedy at the time did a Warriors reference, so they went with Clockwork Orange instead. It still works, but my brother and my cousin at the time didn't know what a Clockwork Orange was. So for the longest time, they were watching this movie like, I never got this part. Like, what is this trying to be? I'm like, dude, it's a Clockwork Orange.
Wow.
Yeah, and they bring back they actually got the Clockwork Orange theme in there when they come over his head.
Yeah. Like, dude, that's such a great sequence. It's so random. It is so random and out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then there's like the training, the power slide, the cock push-up.
Yeah, dude. The origin of the cock push-up.
Yeah, and it's a reverse from the fucking album.
Yeah, because it's
the album
Jack.
It was Jack teaching Kyle.
Yeah, and you can only really do one.
And, you know, it's always, like, Jack being the dick on the albums and stuff like that, but here, Kyle is the liar, saying, like, oh, yeah, I know all the dudes from Sabbath.
Yeah. It is kind of funny, because, like, once Kyle gets ousted, Jack takes the fuck over. Because before that, Jack is, like, real naive, and he really wants to be under Kyle's wing. But once Jack realizes that Kyle's a fraud, Jack's like, all right, I'm taking advantage of this shit.
And then there's the great scene with the ass marks.
Yeah, oh my god, to knock. We will be...
I looked it up in the dictionary. It isn't in there.
Yeah. He's like, I have ass mark too.
Yeah, he says it like it's a disease. I have ass mark too. And then the most epic thing, just Lee. Guys, look! Yeah, they just bring Lee in. Just 'cause it's like, whoa, you guys having a show? It's like half off on the pie, you can watch. And then he's just watching Jack crying on the floor.
Yeah. I broke Monster Mash.
Yeah, that's such a good name for a fucking guitar, too. I broke Monster Mash.
But yeah, this movie's on my list.
When he gets that new guitar and it just slides up and the choir is going.
Yeah, dude, that guitar is pretty rad.
And I do love the history of the pick, how it's like they're looking at all the Rolling Stone magazines, and it just occurs to them that they Photoshop the pick in like Eddie Van Halen's hands, like Jimmy Page's hands, Jimi Hendrix.
Definitely, dude.
Holy shit balls.
Then, but yeah, this is on my list as well. It's actually, I'm gonna say my number, it's my number 3. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, we can actually just skip over my number 3 choice.
Or we could go back to it. I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting that will probably occur to me later. So this is your number 7 then?
Yeah, my number 7 is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I need to see this one. I've been putting it on my list for a while to see.
You have not seen the South Park movie?
No.
How dare you, man?
I know, I'm a fucking fraud. You pulled off my wig. I do know the scene where Kenny goes to hell, but that's just because James Hetfield does guest vocals.
Dude, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is... When I mentioned how Trey and Matt are so good at musicals... Alright, I bought the soundtrack to this movie before I saw the movie. And holy shit, I was blown away. The music in this movie is top fucking notch, dude. The lyrics are clever, the music is catchy, and the lyrics are funny, and the lyrics progress the story. Like, there's no bullshit. And
doesn't Kenny actually show his face in the movie?
Yeah, Kenny shows his face, and what's great about it is there's no impact to it, because he's just going to look like any other dude, you know what I mean? You basically, you know, they do it just to do it, but, you know, the kids, nobody acknowledges it. He just turns around, takes off his hood, and says, bye, you guys, and then there's that, you know, the audience is the one reacting to it, but everyone else is like, you know, he just took off his hood, you know, we know what he looks like, you know, we're friends with him. We've known him since we were kids, so I like the way they handle that. You know, because it's not like ooh, gonna see Kenny's face for the first time. Like, that's great. And
then there's episodes later where it's like, you know, Kenny talks because there's the Mysterion shit.
Yeah, Mysterion, and then there's, you know, there's the one where Kyle joins the Blainianites with David Blaine, and they're all drowning themselves, and you see Kenny's face in that one when he pulls up the one dead kid, and he's like, oh, they killed Kenny.
Yeah.
But dude, the movie, man, what's so weird is the movie came out when people were like, how much longer can this show go? This show isn't gonna last another year. It's not gonna last another 2 years. So they rushed the movie out while the show is at the peak of its popularity. And
yeah, little did they know it would still be around today.
And yeah, and so what's crazy is the movie came out 2 years after South Park's debut, and South Park has been around for over 20 years now, and there are so many characters on the show now. When you go to the movie, and it's weird to think that we have a South Park movie that doesn't have Butters in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's insane.
That's real crazy to think about, because Butters
But
is
that's
such
the thing that's so good about Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and what puts them above people like, the shows like that Seth MacFarlane does, is that, they stay relevant with their social commentary and stuff. Like, there's always something new to talk about. And on the surface, it's this dumb, ridiculous show.
Yeah.
But then the underlying message just always comes out in the end, and it's always genius.
Yeah, it always is. To me, I have never disliked it. South Park is the only show that I've been around since the beginning and never got tired
disliked
of it.
an episode.
Yeah, I've never grown tired of it. Yeah, they've got episodes that to me are like the whatever episodes, but after that, there's always an episode with like something really fucking good going on,
And there's always a laugh in every episode.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like a whatever
Even if it's a one of those episodes, it's like, because every season, for example, one of the past seasons when they do the Wacky Racers parody with Jimmy and all them doing making fun of Uber and all that, I was like, this is gonna be one of those episodes, but it's got some real funny shit in there.
There's the episode where fucking, I think it's Stan doesn't want to eat meat, but he slowly becomes a vagina.
Yeah, dude, he starts becoming a pussy. Dude, that shit
I'm
is
sure
hilarious.
people like Travis Ryan were like, fuck you, South Park.
Dude. And, but in the movie, man, like, the story is big and epic, and this the U.S. is fighting Canada. It's World War III. It basically takes the plot of the episode where Kyle's mom flips out about Terrence and Phillip and turns that into a big movie plot. And because the Terrence and Phillip movie came out and all the kids are cussing and all this, and like they give Cartman a chip that whenever he goes to cuss, it shocks him. So you took the most dirty-mouthed kid in all South Park.
And the biggest dick in South Park.
Yeah, and you implant a chip that shocks him every time he says a cuss word. So that shit was really funny, man, because like Cartman will slip up and cuss, and it hurts him, and then at the end, dude, like he just starts cussing and cussing because the chip is damaged. And he starts cussing more, and it's like shooting shocks out, and then it turns into this Pokemon-looking anime, and
it's kind of cool to see Cartman get his comeuppance, because I'll admit, like, there are even episodes where he is a funny character, but there are plenty of episodes where he really pisses me off.
yeah, like, dude, I love it when I love seeing Cartman go full psycho.
Yeah.
Like the episode where he had to. His mom told him to quit playing with his toys, so he comes up with this elaborate shit where he's killing his toys off. And it's just, when you see how psychotic he is, it's like, God, this kid is fucked up.
This kid is disturbed.
But like, how do you expect a kid that jacked off Ben Affleck, how do you expect him to not be fucked up?
Well, you got something against jerking off Ben Affleck?
When it's an 8-year-old boy.
Oh, definitely, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, good, because, his hand was Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. The whole time he's like, call me Martha. Sometimes you forget that these are supposed to be kids, because I just think of the animation style. So, yeah.
Yeah, because they're they're the most adult characters on the show.
Exactly. The adults are more immature than the kids.
Definitely.
That's why I love Stan's dad so much.
Yeah, dude, Stan's dad you get some of the funniest fucking comedy with his dad.
Like the episode where the internet goes down and he has to jack off really bad.
Oh man,
So
I was
saw
slimed.
The internet.
I was
He's like,
slimed.
No, there was a ghost in here. This is ectoplasm.
He slimed me. But yeah, I can go on and on, man.
They did the episode where it makes fun of like dubstep with the tween wave.
Oh, dude,
And like all he hears is like the shit noises, but he's trying to be that old man who's like, oh no, I like it.
dude, you know what's weird is like you're the second person that like called that making fun of dubstep that I've ever met. Like what's really crazy is like when I saw that episode, dude, that episode hit me so much. It hit me in a part that I was like, wow, I completely understand everything that they're saying here with, you know, growing up and not liking the things you used to like, and he's trying not to be a dick about it, but
it's like you grow out of things.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, dude, like that was it hit me at a time in my life when that was kind of happening with me, you know, and but the weird thing is like I never connected the shit noises to dubstep because I just thought it was alright, whenever I hear new music, to me it sounds like shit. No matter.
Well, the reason I connected to dubstep is because they give it one of those names like tween wave, and also because at the time in my life, that was what the new genre coming out was.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what all the kids were listening to. They're like, yo, you want to listen to Skrillex? And I'm not going to lie, I did like a couple of Skrillex's songs, but I totally got where they were coming from.
Yeah, because like
the adults try to show them the music, it's like, this is the Police.
Yeah, and it sounds like shit to them. Like, but yeah, dubstep was the popular thing coming out then, and then you had, you know, your Jonas shit happening. Like, dude, it hit me so hard. I was like, wow, dude, this is some true ass shit right here, man. They are hitting.
Yeah, I could agree with that because I have grown out of a lot of the music stuff that, you know, I used to, like Metallica used to be like my number one favorite band of all time, and I still love and respect them, but they've gone down the ladder significantly as I've gotten older, and I've listened to more stuff. Like, sooner or later, I'm sure by the time I'm like 40, Pink Floyd won't be my favorite band. I'm sure it'll always keep changing because as you get older, you know, your views change, your opinions change, your tastes change.
Yeah.
But they never truly go away. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I hear Metallica and hear shit noises.
Yeah, seriously.
Because again, I'll even take Saint Anger.
Yeah, Saint Anger has some moments that I like, but man, dude, like, yeah, that episode struck a chord, dude. So now when you know I grow out of shit, you know, I try to appreciate the impact it had on me as opposed to being like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because if someone else likes something that I used to like, I don't want to, you know, make them feel bad for liking it, you know? So I'll be like, oh, shit, I used to like that shit, too. That shit was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, so what was that, 7 for me? My number 7 is South Park the movie.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy.
Which is great. Watch that movie with the commentary as well, because if you notice on all the DVDs, when Matt and Trey do a commentary, it's always like a minute long because they don't like sitting there talking over shit. And so in the movie, they're complaining about having to do a commentary on a movie that they did 10 years ago, and they don't remember anything about it. And like 30 minutes into the commentary, they start leaving and coming back with other people they work with in the studio and being like, hey, do you guys remember anything that was going on here? And so
I love like joke commentaries and like when they don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty damn funny. So what is this your 6 or 7? What is this?
This is my 7th. And I had to put a Kevin Smith movie here somewhere.
Ah.
And it would have been very easy to put Clerks because that's like the movie that started his career and it like revolutionized the independent scene and stuff like that. But honestly, I'll pick my favorite Kevin Smith movie. I've argued whether this or Chasing Amy was my favorite, but Chasing Amy, like, it's a hit or miss. Like, sometimes I watch it and I love it, and sometimes I watch it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Joey Lauren Adams, shut the fuck up.
I gotta be in the mood for Chasing Amy. I love the movie, but
I gotta be in that emotional point where I gotta be lonely to watch it. I think that's the thing. I gotta be in that, like, relationship hating moment of my life where I'm just like, nothing works out for me.
Like, I gotta be in the mood for that one. It's great, but I've probably only seen it maybe 3 times all the way through, next to, the 100 times I've watched all his other movies.
But I have to say, this is my favorite because it doesn't matter what mood I'm in, what time of day, what time of year, Mallrats.
Mallrats! Dude, I love Mallrats.
I think the casting is amazing. I think the concept of it was great. It's a great follow-up to Clerks because it's another thing Kevin Smith did in his life that, like, he wanted to write about. That, when he wasn't working at the convenience store, he was just fucking around the mall with his friends.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, in this universe that he's created, because this was the first thing that expanded the universe that Clerks started, the View Askew universe, it actually takes place the day before Clerks happens.
Oh, really? I did not notice that. Because
they talk about the woman who died mid-backstroke.
Oh,
and that's why T.S.'s girlfriend has to go on Michael Rooker's show, is because the chick who was supposed to be there died. But that's the same girl who, in Clerks, they go to her funeral.
Yeah. Holy
and they say
shit.
I think in Clerks, if I remember correctly, they say it happened, like, yesterday. So...
Damn.
So, yeah, Mallrats happened the day before.
Damn. See, I never connected that because I've never I've never seen those movies together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But damn, that's pretty cool. Like, dude, Mallrats to me is the moment Jay and Silent Bob became Jay and Silent Bob. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, that's when they became the cartoon characters that we fucking love.
They were lovable stoners in the first one, but, both of them, like, developed the characters a lot more.
And the fact that...
became a lot more animated.
And the fact that the studio wanted to change Jason Mewes out with somebody else. Because they thought Jason Mewes was that asshole in Clerks. And Kevin Smith had to keep telling him, no, man, look, that's just how I told him to be in this movie. We're toning him down for this one.
Exactly. I forgot if this is true or not, but I think they wanted to get, like, Seth Green or something.
Oh, that would have been awful.
I love Seth Green, but he's not a Jason Mewes type.
Yeah, he cannot play that kind of character. And
he's a geek.
Yeah, I could not take him serious if he were to try to be a Jay character.
Exactly.
But this is where you get Brody, the character Brody.
You get one
in
of my
series.
favorite comedic actors, Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Playing Brody. And that's another thing I love, how they're both named after Jaws characters, that you got Brody and Quint.
Yeah. Which, man, there's always... I mean, hell, the movie has Jaws references in there. The old buddy got married.
And now that ending makes me so sad now that ride isn't at Universal anymore. I never got to ride it because as a kid I was too scared to go on the Jaws ride, and now it's not around anymore. And Jaws is my favorite movie, so I'll never get to experience it.
Which is why I'm upset that Kevin Smith isn't making Mallrats now, because I was so expecting them to have a scene in there about old dude bitching that the Jaws ride is gone.
He's not making it anymore?
Yeah, he's canceled that. And Clerks 3 is canceled, and...
Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, dude, because what is it, Miramax? The Weinsteins don't want to do it, and the Weinsteins own the rights to pretty much those characters, except Jay and Silent Bob. So since Kevin Smith owns Jay and Silent Bob, he's doing...
They're going to be in Moose Jaws, but...
Yeah. He's gonna do...
But, that's the reason why I was putting up with, like, fucking yoga hosers, is because I knew that, even though Mallrats probably wouldn't have been good, it was just the same plot as Paul Blart Mall Cop. Like, that shit was going to happen. But, motherfucker, it would have been so much better and Clerks 3, fucking Brian O'Halloran read the script, and he said it was like tear-jerking.
Yeah. But right now, the next Jay and Silent Bob thing he's working on is called Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. And it's a plot where, in today's world of sequels and reboots, Hollywood wants to make a sequel or a reboot to Blunt Man and Chronic. So Jay and
Are they going to get James Van Der Beek and Jason Biggs again?
Yeah, so Jay and Silent Bob try to go back to Hollywood to stop this version of the film, and so I'm guessing.
So it's pretty much. Oh, I get. Because I was about to say it's pretty much a remake of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I guess that's sort of the point.
Yeah, it's like it's a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but at the same time, it's supposed to poke fun at reboot and sequel culture, which. I'm down with that. I can see that.
They're trying to do like the 22 Jump Street thing, where it's like they poke fun at the fact that they're doing the same thing again, but in college.
Yeah, I can see that working.
And I like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I think it's a fine movie, but like,
I love the shit out of it.
It's not Kevin Smith's best.
I love the shit out of it.
So seeing him do this, I love Kevin Smith, but I'm not going to deny like most of his newer movies are not that great.
I haven't seen.
I liked Tusk just because of how out there it was.
Dude, I love Tusk.
Hosers, me and my friend had to sit there and just be like, it was like walking out of the Phantom Menace for the first time. You're like, I guess it was good. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I haven't seen Yoga Hosers yet, but I liked Red State. And I loved Tusk. Tusk, to me...
Yeah, Tusk, I could say I loved that, just because I got where he was coming from. I was on board ever since he talked about it on Smodcast.
Yeah, on Smodcast, and then
Red State, I thought, was an interesting change of style for him.
Like, because
the alternate ending would have been so much better.
I listened to the Smodcast shows religiously, and I heard that one when he first posted it. And then I followed the entire making of that movie because it felt like we were all a part of it. It was like the movie was made for us. The movie was made for us and everyone who's in on the joke. And just seeing the scenes in the movie that they came up with on the spot on the podcast was just great. Seeing all that shit. Because, like, in the podcast, he's like, oh, man.
And then there's also references to the podcast that...
Yeah.
In general, like the character of Guy Lapointe was a reference. If you watch the commentary, even though Kevin Smith speaks and changes his subjects faster than I do,
man,
you do get a lot of information out of all the references to Smodcast and
Star Wars Kid.
Yeah, that sort of made me roll my eyes a bit. Then, like they went with the Star Wars Kid joke.
But I got it, but. But I was like, wow.
2008 called, they want their viral video back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, South Park beat you to it, dude. Sorry.
Everyone beat him to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I admired Tusk. I'm not going to lie. I think I had a much better time when the podcast first came out, imagining it in my head, because it's kind of like when you read a book as opposed to a movie, it's never going to truly be what you wanted it to be. But for
definitely.
what it was
just fun to see it happen. Because, I imagined it fairly differently in my head, but seeing it on screen, seeing my imagination and his imagination and just everyone's idea of what this could possibly look like, to me, was just perfect.
I don't think anyone could have truly visualized what exactly the walrus would have looked like, and I think they did it pretty well.
That reveal had us laughing.
And it's freaky, but it's also, like, horribly laugh-inducing. Like, I was laughing while also being like, Jesus Christ.
We were laughing so hard, we paused the movie, took pictures of it on our phone, posted them to Facebook being like, you guys... This is the movie we're watching tonight. This movie is amazing.
And that Fleetwood Mac song cost more than the budget itself for them to use.
Seriously.
But it was worth it.
And just like the podcast said, he's gone full walrus. You can't go back.
I wish it was more of a British horror movie like they did on the podcast, because that cracked me up where it's like, he wound up as a walrus, didn't he?
Yeah.
I I loved the cast. I thought Justin Long did great. Genesis Rodriguez, is so good. Maybe even too good for the movie.
And
when
it was
do that zoom in and she's crying, and I'm like, somebody fucking put her in a movie that will get noticed by the Academy.
And the Johnny Depp. It
A
took
lot of
me.
people hated him. I find him hilarious.
I thought he was great. It took me a minute to even know it was him. I'm looking at him like, what? That's so familiar. That's so familiar. Then it hit me. I'm like, that's fucking Johnny Depp. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and he's not credited as Johnny Depp. He's credited as Guy Lapointe.
Yeah, that shit was great, dude.
He originally wanted Tarantino to be Guy Lapointe, but he turned it down.
Aw.
That would have been funny too. That might have been funnier actually.
Yeah, that would have been pretty
Tarantino
great.
isn't really the greatest actor in the world, so it would have been funny seeing him try to act through it.
That would have been great.
I think he told Kevin Smith he was busy with something else, but I think honestly Tarantino was probably like, I don't want to be in your fucking Walrus movie. That's what the fuck. But Mallrats is a charming movie. It's got a great cast. Half the jokes hit with me. I find it hilarious. Once again, I think this is just something I like in my comedies. Characters who are lovable dicks.
Yeah.
Because Brody is such a schmuck.
Yeah.
But, and he never really truly learns, but
No.
he does kinda.
Because it's Brody, man.
Yeah, he gets what he has to do, but he never truly learns his lesson. Then there's the great Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
Which, if Stan Lee, if I had to, if that scene ever happened to me, my life would change forever. I wish Stan Lee could give me life advice and call me a true believer. And then there's the scene where they go to the flea market, and that's what I love. I love how the meta humor, Clerks and Mallrats take place in the same universe, yet when T.S. picks up a hat in the flea market, it says Clerks on it.
Yeah.
So it's is it a movie or what the? And how Brian O'Halloran comes back as another Hicks character.
Yeah, you gotta love his cameos as family members of the Hicks clan.
Yeah. And what else is there? The Easter Bunny scene.
Dude.
And of course the sailboat.
The sailboat, my God. Speaking of, he's the guy, he played Jason Lee's brother on My Name is Earl.
Oh yeah.
And so that's a cool little connection.
And then Silent Bob's always trying to do the Jedi mind trick, and at the end he thinks he got it.
Yeah, he thinks he got it. He says his little line. I love it when you get Bob to say one line in a movie, and he says, the Force. What does he say? The Jedi.
He references Yoda,
Jedi need not.
Adventure, Jedi craves not these things.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And first time Kevin Smith worked with Ben Affleck, and he plays pretty much the main antagonist.
Yeah, and that shit is great. And he comes back and
the great running joke where it's he wants to do her someplace uncomfortable. What, the back of a Volkswagen?
Yeah. And
I remember I filmed the scene where Jason Lee takes the stage at the romance show, and fucking Ben Affleck gets up. It's that's it. I'm gonna fuck you up beyond belief, Mallrat. And I'm like Batman v Superman. Be like. He just looks at Superman. That is it. You're dead, Mallrat. I'm gonna fuck you beyond repair. And then they show him fucking having sex with a 16-year-old girl because she was doing that experiment.
yeah.
They show him doing anal to her, and the shit he's saying is so fucking funny. He's like, oh yeah, don't let me get loose. And he shrugs it off so much. They tell the police, she's only 16. And he's just like, come on. I'm like, no, dude, that's not an come on.
Yeah, then you get his character back in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That was the character from Chasing Amy.
Oh, you're right. My bad. That was a dumb thing.
I know, because Ben Affleck plays everyone in the Ben Affleck universe.
Yeah, because when it comes to Jason Lee, he's always uniquely different as Banky Edwards, as Brody. You know, you can
But Ben
tell.
Affleck is Ben Affleck.
Yeah, and when Jason Lee shows up as that other guy in Clerks 2, you can tell it's Jason Lee, but he's playing it as a different character. But when you got Ben Affleck, it's Ben fucking Affleck.
And I like Ben Affleck as an actor, but it's like he's Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But I love how it sort of predicted the future, because at the beginning of Mallrats, you get this awesome opening title sequence with all the characters as comic book characters.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck's character is Buttman. And I'm like, wow, and then he's going to become Batman.
Hey, another weird connection, Buttman. Ben Affleck's parents, they were butt-faced people. You remember that South Park episode?
No, I don't.
Dude, there was an episode where these people who had butts for heads were trying to find their son. And it turned out their son had plastic surgery, and he turned out to be Ben Affleck.
And then at the end, where they're telling everybody what happened to them, like how like Quint got married and Brody got his own talk show, and you know his girlfriend became the drummer of the talk show's band, which I could totally see that. I love how they kept that in canon. How when you see Brody again in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, he doesn't have a talk show anymore, but in the background you see like a poster from his talk show days.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to the dude who is trying to look at the sailboat. And it's like he eventually saw the sailboat. And the dude just looks up at the camera and he's just like, yeah?
I did? Yeah,
exactly.
It's like he saw the subtitles and was like, yes!
And then they tease at Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, even though it would take like a million movies before they got to it, because they referenced the monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Which
that's
there's been
another
several
story.
times with them with the monkey. It was in Mallrats, in some of the comics Kevin Smith wrote about Jay and Silent Bob, in the animated series, and then finally Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He finally got to do the monkey plot. So if it's not a walrus he wants to do so desperately, it's a monkey.
It's a monkey.
But yeah, I can go on and on about Mallrats. It just resonates the most with me. I love the early 90s style of it. The scene where they go see the fortune teller is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And yeah, it just has a good vibe to it, if that makes any sense. Like, it just makes me want to be a teen in the 90s, back when, you know, people actually gave a shit about malls.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like more of an adult version of that show I talked about on our first episode, 16.
Yeah.
It's like 16 was more like a kid or a teen-friendly version of Mallrats, even though we all know teens are watching Mallrats anyway to begin with, so it's like, whatever. But that was my number 7. On to you, good sir.
My number 6 is The Cable Guy.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. This is a movie that a lot of people don't really like, but to me it's one of the, probably next to like The Mask or Dumb and Dumber, it's probably my favorite Jim Carrey comedy out of all of the 90s movies he did, because it is so off-putting and so odd, and like it's a Ben Stiller movie. Like, Ben Stiller directed it, and you've got Jack Black in there, you have Matthew Broderick, he's kind of whatever, but Jim Carrey, man, like he does his Jim Carrey shtick, but in a very odd, really weird kind of way. Like,
yeah, like I look at the poster for it and it looks like a horror movie almost.
Yeah, like, have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh, dude.
I know, I'm missing out on so much, but I've heard about all these movies, but I've never gotten around to seeing them.
Dude, The Cable Guy is great. Basically, Matthew Broderick gets a new apartment, and he calls up the cable company, and Jim Carrey shows up, and Matthew Broderick I think Jack Black had told him how he got free cable by slipping the cable dude an extra $50 or something, and so Matthew Broderick brings it up to Jim Carrey, And like Jim Carrey goes off on this thing about, oh, that can take, that can ruin my career and you can get arrested and all this, and goes into detail, on the ramifications of stealing cable. And then like right after that he's like, but it's okay, I got you. And so he hooks him up. And so basically by doing that, like, dude, Jim Carrey just becomes obsessed with Matthew Broderick because he has no friends. Like, he has nobody to hang out with, so he's constantly everywhere Matthew Broderick needs to be. And he's constantly trying to hang out with him. It's weird, dude. It is like...
It's a stalker movie.
Yeah, it is a creepy stalker movie. And seeing Jim Carrey do that at a time when he was doing The Mask and Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura, it
shows the vitality he really had that nobody really let him do.
Yeah, I can see
isn't this also the movie where he does that Star Trek thing, or was that different?
Yeah, that was where, they're at medieval times, the restaurant, and he fucking... It's like... You know that the character is playing, but at the same time, it's like he's playing the role so good that it's like, is he playing or does he really want to fucking kill him? And
it's Matthew Broderick. I must kill him,
dude. That fucking movie gets pretty fucking creepy, and like he does some.
I like comedies that do that though, that blur the line. But I could see, because I have heard mixed reviews about it, because some people like. I guess for some people it gets to the point where it's like not even funny.
Yeah, because like he does some shit that's like, damn, that's an asshole move, and people do this to people, and like I don't want to spoil much for you because I highly recommend this movie, but it's like, damn, you'll see some scenes where you're like, wow, that's an asshole move, and people do that all the time. Wow, man, but it's just a fascinating fucking role. Because I can see why people didn't like it, because they were so used to happy, fucking goofy Jim Carrey. But to see Jim Carrey be a weirdo, I thought it was great. And, like, a lot of people didn't, but a lot of more people are warming up to it nowadays. But damn, dude, that movie is great. It is pretty fucking cool. And then the look of the movie, the soundtrack, like, you've got, just, it's 90s all the way, man. And, like, that's all I'm really going to say about it, because I want you to see it.
Yeah. I got a bunch of Amazon cards for Easter, so I'll just be like, my wish list will be like, Cable Guy, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, Brady Bunch 2. Just see all these movies one by one. Yeah, and then also when Halloween comes around, it's going to be like Trick or Treat, Candyman, the Travis Jones collection. So my number 6, I mentioned this with the Horror Movies podcast, that I think it's one of the funniest movies ever made, Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because it is more of a comedy than a horror. It really isn't a horror at all. It's more of an adventure with a dark twist to it.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Sam Raimi, like, Three Stooges-esque style of comedy, this does slapstick really well. And again, the gag with the Dick character who's, like, lovable. He toes the line between being an asshole and a badass.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell does that so well. Bruce Campbell is perfect for comedy because, like, that's just... He knows how to play off that personality. Because that's how he does his public persona, too, when he's doing Q&As and stuff like that. He knows how to play the lovable jackass.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just think the cheesy special effects make it work. The over-the-top soundtrack. Just the insane plot in general. They all just come together perfectly to make this, like, roller coaster of comedy.
And just
I think it's one of the most quotable movies too.
I love the look of the film because it has a very 70s kind of quality to the way it's shot. You know what I mean?
It has a bit of a grit to it.
Yeah, and it's so cool because the look of the movie easily could clash with the tone of the movie. But
it sort of gives it that oddness too, that you just sort of come to accept
totally
that, okay, this is the world we're in.
It totally works.
Well, that's the thing about Sam Raimi. He knows how to take, like, oddball things and make it work. Um, and what's it called? Just everything about it. I love the look of the film. I love the characters. I think the gags are very effective. The bad Ash, good Ash scene is fucking hilarious. The little guys crack me up. What other... When the skeleton hands are coming out. Like, I talked about all this on the top 5 podcasts. The top 5 horror movie podcast. All the gags that I love about it. But really, like I said, it's Bruce Campbell's performance all the way. He carries the movie.
Definitely.
So that's pretty much all I have to say about Army of Darkness. It's a fun roller coaster, fucking horror comedy adventure.
Yeah, true that, dude.
So what is your number 5?
My number 5 is, I wanted to pick one of these films, but I copped out and just said, number 5 is going to be The Jersey Chronicles.
So that's Kevin Smith's.
Yeah, the View Askewdiverse. All of them together, because I like them all for different reasons. I love the characters. It's hard for me to just pick one. If I had a least favorite, damn it, I'm going to have to say it would be Chasing Amy, because I got to be in a mood for it. But when...
And it's not necessarily a comedy. It's a very tonally confused movie.
Yeah, it's one of the best, in a way, it's one of the best sort of, dare I say, romantic comedies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Like, coming from a guy's perspective, in terms, like, this is a romantic comedy I'd want to see more, because at least it's got something other than boy meets girl, you know?
Yeah.
It's got an interesting plot where it's like boy meets girl, but girl likes girl, so guy doesn't know how to feel about girl.
Yeah, and it's really, really good, and you get Jay and Silent Bob.
Roommate might be gay for guy, who knows?
Yeah, it's a damn good movie, but if I were to have a favorite in all of these movies, it's gonna be Dogma.
I do love me some Dogma.
Because Dogma, I love the biblical plot. I love how the movie is very supernatural in a world that didn't really get supernatural. You know what I mean? Like, before Dogma, all of these movies were just grounded in reality, and then boom, Dogma happens, and it's like the plot is so serious, but you have all these weirdo characters interacting to it with, you know, like Jay and Silent Bob, you know, Jay and Silent Bob in the apocalypse, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and
that's like right when things go down, he starts pulling down his pants. It's like, you said you'd fuck me.
Seriously, like, there's a lot of
no, you continue.
There's a lot of clever comedy in that movie alone, next to the other Jersey movies, because of the serious plot. You've got Jason Lee as the demon, and, you know, they finally kill him, and he's like, but I'm a fucking demon. And you got a shit monster. Selma Hayek is the fucking muse. Goddamn, Chris Rock is the 13th apostle. And
who didn't get mentioned because he was black.
Yeah, like, it's such a cliche Chris Rock joke, but it works. It works because it's the Bible, and, you know.
But even Chris Rock hams it up. Even Chris Rock knows it's his typical shtick, because the moment he's like, "'Cause I'm a black man."
Yeah, like, everyone in this movie, like, really plays it up, and Alan Rickman.
Matt Damon fucking wastes a room full of, like, people, full of the movies people.
Yeah, dude.
And this movie, out of all the Kevin Smith movies, this one is my mother's favorite as well. And I'm watching this movie because my mom rolls her eyes at a lot of the stupid shit I watch, but it's like, I like it. Like, we'll be watching Evil Dead, and she'll be like, "Frank, this is dumb. Like, this is really dumb." I'm like, "I know, isn't it great?" But I'm watching this movie where Matt Damon wastes people left and right. There's a shit monster. These little kid demons with fucking hockey sticks. I'm like, "Mom, this one's your favorite?"
It's
And
such
I can totally see it, though, because I do find it funny. The best joke in the world, though, is the fact that George Carlin is playing a priest.
Yeah, George Carlin as a fucking priest.
Because if you know his stand-up, he's the farthest from.
Yeah, what a great fucking casting choice. And probably one of my favorite jokes in the movie is when Jay decides to drive the car, and she's like, fucking,
What gear are you in?
yeah, they're driving down the road, the music's turned up, they're fucking nodding their heads, and she's like, the fucking car is smoking, and what gear are you in? What gear? Gear? And then it just cuts, the car's broke down, he's like, what do I know about shifting? Yeah.
I've never fucking drove before.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, there's so much good shit in there. Then there's the Indiana Jones reference. He throws the guy off of the train. He's like, no ticket.
Yeah.
It's a.
And, what's it called? I just love after all the slaughter, fucking, what's it called? Matt Damon always has a joke. Like, he shoots Scott Mosier on the bus because he's cheating. And then he just comes out like, whose house? I said, Ron's
house. My
I love Matt Damon in this, but I love the complexity of both Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's characters.
Yeah.
Because they go a total flip-flop. It's like, I got more emotionally attached to Ben Affleck's fall than Anakin Skywalker's in the prequels, because I'm like, there's that scene where they're in the subway. It's like, I heard this rant before. It's like, you're starting to sound like Lucifer, man. It's like, don't you fucking say that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's very, like, you're right. This does have a little more weight to it than any other Kevin Smith movie, because now there's an actual, like, big plot going on.
Yeah, and like there's stakes, and
like, I guess Chasing Amy is the closest thing to a drama, that or Jersey Girl, but this is like his biggest movie by far.
Yeah, definitely.
Red State could have been if they went with the same ending where the apocalypse happened.
Yeah, now here's my thing about that with Red State. All right, I love his idea about the apocalypse ending, but he says they didn't do it because it would have cost too much. All right, fine. So you spend a little extra money to have a shitty exposition scene at the end when all you had to do was
put wings on Ben Affleck, have it connect to Dogma, have it so that it's like Ben Affleck is the angel of death or something.
Well, no, all they had, to me, the perfect way to end that movie is after a couple trumpets, cut to black, roll the fucking credits.
True.
Leave it in.
We don't know what he should have done, because he says it's that loud noise that keeps going off. What it could have been, that sound. You know when Alanis Morissette comes out and she's God and she finally opens her mouth, and that really because the original thing that was supposed to happen is the people were like, Michael Parks was supposed to die in a similar fashion to Ben Affleck, like his chest and head was supposed to explode. It's like, if that sound happened and you just cut to black, we don't know what it is if you're a Kevin Smith fan.
Yeah.
We don't know, oh shit, fucking God's pissed.
Like, that to me would have been great. That to me would have been the perfect ending for that movie. And I would have probably liked the movie a lot more if he'd have just done that.
Another thing is, like, it parodies religion while also not going too over the top about it. So, like, because he still caught a lot of shit for this movie.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I'm sure if, let's say, George Carlin wrote the script, this film would be fucking banned in every state.
Yeah. Like, I believe this movie parodies religion with
in a clever way.
Yeah, in the same kind of way that The Life of Brian from Monty Python does.
Yeah, like, it's not completely saying, like, oh, religion is stupid, but it's also going, like, there's shit in here that's, like, pretty silly.
Yeah. And
like, it's not like a Bill Hicks stand-up routine where it's like, it's just bullshit.
I love Bill Hicks.
So do I. What a guy.
Yeah, what a
Have you
cat.
heard the conspiracy theories that people keep people like it pisses off Alex Jones
Yeah,
so much when
wow.
people say he's Bill Hicks.
That's hilarious to me.
Yeah, and
But even
what's it
like,
called?
though, I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back because originally that was supposed to be the last film, and that's why they
and
had.
at the end of the credits, you see God closing the book.
Yeah, and you have every character from all the movies show up to just be there. The clerks are there. Ben Affleck, just every character. I mean, you even had Jason Lee play both Brody and Binky Edwards, and
Yeah.
the movie
Which
is.
is like if you weren't a Kevin Smith fan, you'd be so confused why Jason Lee is playing two
Yeah.
characters.
Well, like, how'd this guy get to Hollywood before them and already working on the movie here?
And already growing a beard.
Yeah, seriously, like, that movie to me is such a great cartoon. Like, it is a ridiculous cartoon that, like, what is this, a butt fucking Brady Bunch over there? And,
Yeah.
like, dude, man.
And another thing I love about Dogma is, like, when you meet God, like, she has, like, the mentality of, like, a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
She's jumping around, playing with flowers and stuff. And when the main character finally asks, like, what her big plan is, she just fucking squeezes her nose and goes, "Wah."
Yeah.
It's like, and pretty much that's religion in a nutshell. When people, like, debate whether religion is true or not, it's like, you can't prove it either way, so just fucking, "Wah."
Yeah. But to me, man, I like all the Jersey movies, and like even Clerks 2. I know a lot of people gave that flag. I love the shit
Yeah, a lot
out
of
of
people
Clerks
hate
2.
Clerks 2. I dare say I like it more than the first one.
I love the shit out. I think I can do without the whole big dance number.
I love that part, though.
I do too, but it's so out of nowhere, and
That's why I love it. That just comes completely out of left field.
I can get down with that. But like just even the new kid, what is it, Elijah, the Christian kid?
Elias is so
Yeah,
funny.
Elias, yeah, like dude.
Talking about fucking the pussy trolls.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Pillow pants? Come on, man.
That's why I'm so pissed that he apparently canceled Clerks 2, because now you have more to work off of. You could have made jokes about how no one goes to the video store anymore.
Yeah,
Netflix.
exactly.
You could have. By the way, fucking Rosario Dawson was pregnant by the end. I don't know. Years later, you could have just cast fucking Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah, cause check it out, dude. Like there's so much potential, right?
Elias is such a funny character. I want to see more of him.
Dude, they bought the strip mall. They reopened the grocery store and the video store, but in Clerks 3, you know, the video store is closed, but there's a red box standing right next to the fucking convenience store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would have been great. And you got people. It's not Randall's red box. So you got people coming over there to rent movies out of it, and Randall's standing there giving away the endings and shit, just so people don't put
That
money in
was
the
funny.
red box.
Like on a 2x4, he just like fucking spray paints the word Randall's and then puts it on top of the red box.
I mean, really, dude. Like there's so much that they can do with Clerks in today's world. That
Just looking at all the movies on the red box and just like all of them suck to him.
and then how about Randall bitching about how The Force Awakens was basically a retread of A New Hope? Like, wouldn't that
Exactly.
that would be hilarious?
So much. He could be ranting about the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe, all this shit.
Oh yeah, dude. There is
So
so,
it's a
much.
shame that this shit got canceled and that he's, you know, I don't know, maybe it'll come back around again, because that's the thing with this Clerks 3 thing. It's been on and off, like, forever now.
Yeah, dude, and like, you know, every 10 to 11 to 12 years is like perfect for a Clerks movie because of how nerd culture changes every decade, you know?
You know, because Clerks 1 was about being in your 20s. Clerks 2 was about, you know, accepting in your 30s. And then he said, like, when he wrote the script for Clerks 3, he's like, this was me coming to grips with my 40s.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it comes out well with these two characters because they really do. They stay the same, yet also change. You know what I mean? They stay the same, and that's what's sort of pathetic yet charming about them.
Yeah, because it's like they know how to adapt with the times, but they still like the shit that they like, and they still like to do the shit they like to do, which is,
Yeah.
which is, I'm 31 years old, and you know, I'm at that point. You know, it's like I do responsibility, but at the same time, I still like to fucking bullshit and, you know, play video games and just buy CDs every goddamn day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
Exactly.
that part of me is never going to change. I still sit around and bitch about movies that are 20 years old that like no one gives a shit about, but you know.
You know, because I just like recently turned 18, so what I'm going through right now is, sorry if this becomes a little therapeutic or anything, but it's like now I'm coming to grips with the fact that it's like I do have responsibility. I can't just fuck around all day. That I need to learn how to like adapt my time a little better so I could fit both in.
Yeah.
You know, because there's been a lot of stuff happening. One of the other reasons why it takes so long to get these podcasts out is because, you know, I have to, like, still check up on all my college stuff. I need to study. I need to do all this stuff. So you need to start to, like, it really just hit me, like, over the Easter break that I was like, wow, you know, I have to start being an adult now.
And it's cool because, you know, you can be an adult but still
keep your fun personality. You don't need to, like, break to the will of your corporate masters.
Exactly.
So it's like I'll still be making jokes while I'm working or, like, studying for these tests and stuff, but it's like you still gotta know, okay, there's a time and a place, which is something I never really got as a child.
Yeah. So yeah, man, my I can't even. What was that? 5?
Yeah, I think that was your 5th. Because my 6th was Army of Darkness, and then you went on to... Yeah, that was your 5. My 5 is one I watch every year. It's a holiday movie. And as opposed to Christmas movies where there's a million, there's only one of these movies, because you only need one. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, now, that's one I've actually never seen.
Oh my god, it's the perfect Thanksgiving movie, and I knew I had to put one John Hughes movie on the list, so might as well be this one with the best freaking characters you'll ever see in your life. Steve Martin and John Candy have such good chemistry with each other, and John Candy plays such a lovably annoying character. And it's filmed so... Like, back then, people actually gave a shit about the art of making comedy movies.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, they just, like, spew out, oh, you know, guy farts. Laugh
Yeah.
track. Okay. But this movie actually has heart. There are moments where it tugs at your heartstrings, because you have these characters who you journey with for so long. All Steve Martin wants to do is get home for Thanksgiving, but through a series of misfortunes, he's stuck with this bumbling shower curtain ring salesman played by John Candy, and just wackiness ensues. It is a road trip movie, but it's like unlike anything you've ever seen. You really feel like you've grown and learned with these characters. And like I said, that's the reason why, like, maybe Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, but there really is no other Thanksgiving movie, because this one did all there needed to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really all I can say about it, is that the characters are what make it. The gags come from their interactions with each other.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the comedy ensues, and they learn to grow and like each other. Like, Steve Martin is he's a Wall Street businessman, so he's always stern and stuck up, while John Candy's character is more, you know, fun-loving. But in the end, like, there's a twist with John Candy's character that I'm not going to give away. So
I'm going to have to put that on my list of things to watch.
Yeah, with my family, we usually watch it, like, the night before Thanksgiving. And it's just perfect. It's a great movie for the family. It's rated R only for one scene. Because there's a scene where Steve Martin's rental car, he rents a car. He goes out to the parking lot to get it, and it's not there. And he has to walk all the way back to the place, which is like a couple of miles. He had to take a bus to the spot where the rental car was. and like he almost gets run over and shit. He comes back all covered in dirt, and the vice principal from Ferris Bueller, the woman, is the receptionist, and he fucking goes off on this woman, and every other sentence has the word fuck in it, and it's the only scene with the word fuck in it, but he's like, I want a fucking car, a fucking Mazda, a fucking Buick, I don't give a fuck, I just want my fucking car. And it's like, well, do you have your receipt? And it's like, I threw it away. And then she's like, oh boy. And he's like, oh boy, what? And then the punchline is she's like, you're fucked. You just gotta look at the scene. Like, I can't do it justice. But that's the only reason it's rated R. None of the other scenes have any foul language in it, except for that one fucking scene.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a must-see.
So, my number 4 is The Pick of Destiny, Tenacious D. And we pretty much talked about that one in length already.
Yeah.
So we'll go to your number 4.
Well, before we get to that, do you ever want to see a sequel to Tenacious D? Do you ever want Tenacious D to get back together and make another movie?
I would like it a lot. I really would. Because
do something more than just like a retelling of their origin, like have a new adventure.
Yeah, have it take place, at the ending of the show. But really, to me, their album Rise of the Phoenix very well feels like a sequel to the movie.
Well, yeah, it was more of a self-aware. The music video to Be the Best was pretty much a mini movie.
Yeah, definitely. Like it felt like a continuation of the show because. You have Jack Black, he's a big fucking movie star now, and Kyle Gass is hanging out with what's his name, Val Kilmer, and that really did feel like a continuation. But I would probably like them if they were to just do the format of the show again, and just release it online. Make little YouTube short shows. Because the show was 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long.
Yeah, they're just quick little shorts. And they were funny. But what's it called? I've heard rumors that they're in the studio making a new album, so...
Yeah, they posted a video about a year ago.
Of like Kyle in the studio or something.
Yeah, it was Kyle outside the studio while Jack was in there recording something. So hopefully we get something pretty soon.
I know they did like an EP where they made like jazz.
Yeah, that is a hard album to find.
Yeah, I found it on iTunes. But
was it? It's like a 12-minute song.
I would love to see Tenacious D come back and give us another movie, just because, Kyle Gass is a good actor, by the way. Like, he's not in many movies. He was an Elf, which was fun, but because everyone looks at Jack Black when they think Tenacious D, but I look at them both equally. I think they have great chemistry with each other.
He has a real quick cameo in The Cable Guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a blink or you'll miss it, but it's toward the end of the movie.
He's a funny guy. I want to see him in more stuff, and I think like his interactions with Jack Black, like, because they're friends in real life, so you get that feeling through their acting.
Yeah.
But since we talked about it, I guess I will give you my number 4. Another musical. We just love our musicals.
Yeah.
The Blues Brothers.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
Belushi and Aykroyd's chemistry with each other, again, going back to chemistry, is amazing. The music is fantastic, and the jokes are fucking hilarious. The fact that Carrie Fisher is following them and trying to kill them the whole time cracks my shit up.
Yeah, and to me, just the level of respect to old blues and R&B music is fascinating. You will never get a movie like that today.
In the movie, like James Brown.
Fucking Cab Calloway, dude.
Yeah.
And what's so funny...
the fact that they weren't afraid of the R rating either.
Yeah, and what's real funny is you got Cab Calloway in there doing the classic Minnie the Moocher, but when they were making the movie, Cab Calloway wanted to do the new fucking disco version he had done, and they told him, no man, you gotta do the traditional old version. This isn't the Disco Brothers.
Yeah. And that's a great scene too. I love that song.
Yeah, dude, like, I fucking love old ass jazz and swing music like that.
And this movie came out before the swing revival of the 90s, so it was really ahead of its time.
Yeah, it definitely was, because you got the swing in there, you've got fucking R&B, dude, you got Aretha Franklin, dude, come on.
Oh, yeah. It's like all the characters are likable. The scenes where they're trying to get the band back together, especially the one where they're in the restaurant, cracks my shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while since I last seen it. The scene where they meet the nun again for the first time and she's just slapping them every time they curse.
Yeah.
That's a great routine. And I don't know, like, it's just one of those good SNL movies.
Yeah, it's one of the few.
One of the few that, like, exceeds the sketch, that, like, has its own reputation.
Yeah, one of the only ones I could even say is a good SNL movie would have to be Wayne's World.
Yeah, that's a good one, too. But I think Blues Brothers tops it.
Yeah, Blues Brothers knew...
Not to mention because you have a good director behind it, John Landis.
Yeah.
And I love John Landis. I love his son, too. Like, they're both, like, masters of their craft. And, I guess we could talk about Blues Brothers 2000, but I'd much rather believe that didn't happen.
The best thing about Blues Brothers 2000 is Blues Traveler getting a song moment in there, because I can always get down to some Blues Traveler. But
yeah, but the rest of it is just you put a kid in there, which is like film suicide or sequel suicide.
Definitely.
Kid.
There was no reason for that movie to even be made.
John Goodman's talent was wasted.
Yeah, definitely. Ugh, awful.
Because he's so
movie.
much better than that. John Goodman is amazing, and they just completely his character is nothing.
Yeah, like he does nothing, absolutely nothing. There's no stakes to the plot. It's just, oh, they have this kid. We're chasing them because they have this kid. Well, why the fuck do they have this kid? Like,
I guess I think like the fucking the nunnery or whatever like assigned him to him or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, if you know he's a criminal and they're gonna be after him, why would you give it to him?
I saw the movie once many years ago and never looked back.
Because it's like, after Belushi died, there's no reason to even do it.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
you can't do it again.
And even though I said the best part of the movie is the Blues Traveler moment, the next one on my list has a better Blues Traveler moment.
But yeah, every time I watch Blues Brothers, it just puts a big smile on my face. I think the car chases are some of the best put in the film.
Yeah, that was a pretty fucking cool scene right there.
And they're not afraid to go for the jugular with some of these jokes. Like, out of nowhere, there's just Illinois Nazis.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
And
she shoots them with a fucking rocket launcher.
Illinois Russians, but it's just not as funny.
Fucking, Carrie Fisher shoots them with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, and the whole place collapses.
And they just get out of the fucking dust like it ain't shit.
Yeah, like a cartoon, and that's the thing. And then he fucking charms Carrie Fisher into not killing them, and then they just bail.
Yeah, like, I just love how, like, there is no sort of reaction to it. Like, the whole place collapses, they just get out and go. Like, there's no, oh shit, or, there's no reaction at all.
Yeah, the comedy is great, but like we've been saying, the real highlight of it is the great music.
Yeah, the fucking music sets it off, man.
You gotta love some of that blues. And another great thing, like, and the Blues Brothers are iconic, so much so that I have an Italian ice place like very close to my house, and for years they've had those classic Blues Brothers statues there. And even before I saw the movie, like I just knew these guys were important. Like their statues were everywhere. Fucking when I was a Nickelodeon kid, Drake and Josh referenced them. You know, I knew who the Blues Brothers were before I even saw the movie. And it's so weird. Those statues are still there to this day. The only sad thing is I've had to watch them crumble and decay.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish he would have kept it more pristine. Elwood's missing a hand, bro.
No. Give him his hand back. He can't play.
Yeah. He can't fucking play.
Oh,
man.
shit.
But that was my number 4.
So my number 3 is, we knew there would be a Fairley Brothers movie on my list. And there's a chunk of Fairley Brother movies that I like. And the thing is, you know, I wanted to put it on here, but it wouldn't have been genuine because it's not my favorite Fairley Brothers movie, but Dumb and Dumber is not on the list. I can give it an honorable mention. Great movie. Enjoy the hell out of it. Even the sequel, I like it. And I could have easily put Me, Myself, and Irene on here because that to me is like the last really funny or passable Fairley Brothers movie. And I could have put Something About Mary on here. I love the shit out of that movie too. But the one to me that is my favorite Fairley Brothers movie is the follow-up to Dumb and Dumber, fucking Kingpin.
I have not heard of this one.
Dude, really? Kingpin is great. It's got Woody Harrelson in it. It's got Randy Quaid as an Amish man. Woody Harrelson, dude. It's got God damn it, Bill Murray. And
I'm in. You just said it, Bill Murray.
Yeah, and he plays this full of himself bowler. He's like the bowling king. The movie, if I could say I have a favorite sports movie, really, it would have, like, it wouldn't be Sandlot. It would probably be Kingpin, but it's not about the sport again, you know.
So wait, there's a comedy out there about bowling.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Damn, they stole my idea. I was going to write a whole movie. Well, I still probably am because I still like the idea. I came up with an idea that it would be a movie parodying, you know, the stereotypical sports movies like Rocky and stuff like that. But it would be over a sport that no one really like gets.
That's a good idea.
Excited about, like, because bowling is fun. I do love going bowling, but no one's gonna be like watching a bowling tournament on fucking TV. Like, yeah, knock those pins out. Oh shit.
Yeah, like, and that's, go ahead and do your idea because that's not what this movie is. You know, the movie is Woody Harrelson was a really great bowler in his young days, and he hooks up with Bill Murray, who is also a great bowler, and they get together one night and they try to gamble with these guys and basically steal their money, and they get caught while they're out in the parking lot about to leave, and Bill Murray fucks Woody Harrelson up and just dips out of there. So Bill Murray I'm not Bill Murray, but Woody Harrelson, they grab him and they fucking put his bowling hand in the goddamn fan. You know that fan that you cool your hand off at the bowling alley, and they just fucking chop his hand off.
Yeah.
And so you cut several years later. Woody Harrelson is living in a shitty ass apartment. He's a fucking alcoholic. He's just got no freaking life, and he's an asshole to everybody. He's a swindler, and goddamn, just fucking shit up, man. It's like, damn, man, this dude went downhill, and so he meets this. He's going down. He's at the bowling alley trying to sell bowling shoes or some shit, and he's got a hook on his hand now, and this little rubber hand that he wears, and he sees this Amish guy, fucking Randy Quaid, and Randy Quaid's like a really good fucking bowler, and he's like, first he's wanting to use Randy Quaid and be like, fucking this kid can get me on top if I can, train him better and shit. So he starts trying to convince Randy Quaid to come and be a bowler, but Randy's still all about, the Amish. So fucking Woody Harrelson goes to the Amish country, hangs out with them, pretends to be some guy, and convinces Randy Quaid to come bowling with him to do this big tournament. And so they lie to everybody and say it's some Jesus mission they got to go on. There's a lot of great fucking comedy that I'm not going to spoil when he's on the Amish farm. There's a lot of great shit there. So the movie is basically them going on a road trip to this big bowling tournament where they win a shitload of money, and it's really fucking good, dude. It is really fun. Like, to me, it's
the moment you mentioned, one, I love Woody Harrelson, and two, the moment you mentioned Bill Murray, the reason why I love Bill Murray so much is he's like the only dude who could do the same shtick in every movie and it never gets old.
And that's what he's doing.
He's always good at playing the sarcastic jerk off, but like it's never like, oh, Bill Murray's doing his same thing again. It's like, oh, fuck yeah, Bill Murray's doing his thing.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Bill Murray is a complete fucking full of himself asshole, and there's a lot of funny shit, especially toward the end of the movie during the bowling tournament, and he's like this big bowling star, dude. It is hilarious.
Yeah, it was very hard for me, speaking of Bill Murray, it was very hard for me to pick between Planes, Trains, and like 3 holiday movies I wanted to put, either Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Groundhog Day, or Scrooged.
Yeah, I like Scrooged a lot.
Yeah, that's like my favorite Christmas movie just because of Bill Murray. Groundhog's Day, once again, a great Bill Murray movie, which John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the same character, makes a cameo in the background of Groundhog Day. So he doesn't say a line or anything. It's just John Candy dressed as the same character in Groundhog's Day. It's very sweet. But I had to pick Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. One, because John Hughes, I had to have at least one. And second, because it's just got that heart that Scrooge almost gets that same amount of heart. And Groundhog's Day is just, funny.
Definitely.
But, what?
I said definitely.
Oh, okay. So are we on to my number 3?
Yes, sir.
So my number 3 actually is 3 movies, because I couldn't just pick one.
Uh-oh.
So this is the tie of my list. And I think the moment you say it's 3 movies and it's comedy, it's got to be the Cornetto trilogy.
Holy shit.
Fucking Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End.
So I'm just going to join you on this one. Because the Cornetto trilogy, just like you did it, you got to pick all 3, is my number 1.
I could definitely see that, because they're some of the smartest comedies in film history.
Seriously.
I fucking love... Shaun of the Dead was the first one I saw. Then I saw them out of order. I saw Shaun of the Dead first, then The World's End, and then Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, because Shaun of the Dead was the first one.
Yeah.
And
that was because I was in my big horror movie phase. Like, again, I was going down to FYE and just... We do this horror movie night every time around Halloween, so we just bought whatever horror movies that, like, piqued my eyes. Like, we spent so much money just on the horror movies alone. And I remember being in kindergarten when that movie came out, and, like, 5th graders wearing Shaun of the Dead shirts and wondering what that is.
When you... God, dude, wow, man. I never really realized how young you are and how old I am.
It's fucked up, I know, right?
Until you say you're in kindergarten when goddamn Shaun of the Dead came out. Dude, I was like 17, I believe. 17, 18.
Yeah. It's insane. Maybe I know I was in elementary school.
Damn.
Maybe not kindergarten, but it was like 2004, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I believe
might very well have been in kindergarten. That's fucked up, I know.
But damn, dude.
Yeah, I had to catch up with this stuff like years later, and I remember loving the shit out of Shaun of the Dead. Just because I used to love zombie movies, I still do, but nowadays, because zombie movies have just been overdone, especially zomcoms, like, They've been over the number one zombie, or whatever you want to call it,
Zombie.
is fucking Shaun of the Dead, because it's three things at once. It's a rom-com.
Yeah.
And it plays with the conventions of zombie movies and romantic comedies and does it all well. And I love the setting. I love the characters. I think I just want to go to that bar so bad.
Dude, the thing is when you have Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost, those three guys
It's the
together.
Holy Trinity.
Yeah, they know their shit, because before Shaun of the Dead, the three of them did a show in Britain called Spaced that is basically the precursor to all three of those movies. Like, there is so much in that show that you see him carry over into the Cornetto trilogies. Shots, character moments, like the very beginning scene on the very first episode of Spaced starts off with Simon Pegg's girlfriend. He's at the bottom and she's throwing all his shit out the window, just like in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, and also what I love is that they named the trilogy after this ice cream that shows up in like three flavors for three different movies.
Yeah, you got red for fucking Shaun of the Dead. You've got fucking
blue for Hot Fuzz,
and green for At World's End. And it was just a throwaway goofy line in the first movie that they reuse in the opposite role in the second movie, and now in the third movie it's just a wrapper that blows in the wind.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like not even everyone's gonna get it, because I don't think in America we get like I know what it is.
Yeah, we don't have.
I don't think our specific brand is called Cornetto.
Yeah, I don't think we have Cornetto here.
Like I think it's their equivalent of like the King Cone or whatever.
But dude.
But it's interesting because I love little gags like that, because I do that shit too when I'm writing scripts. Like, even if the movie has nothing to do with another thing I've written, I've never made any of these yet, but I do have, I do still try to keep continuity between all these scripts that I write. And there's always little throwaway gags, because it's like, I know when I make these movies, I'm going to reference this one and then that one, if I make all of them. Because I just love that kind of whimsy, just among friends.
Yeah.
Just to be like, you see that? It's like, like whenever I show my friends my scripts, I'm like, you see that? That was a reference to this. And they're like, oh, that's cool.
And you have, I love, alright, with Shaun of the Dead, Shaun is a slacker, and his best friend is an even bigger slacker. And then
I love how in Shaun of the Dead, Shaun is more of the serious one, and Simon Pegg is, and Nick Frost is the huge slacker. But then you go to the World's End.
Yeah, and you have
Nick Frost is the serious one, and Simon Pegg is the dumbass.
And I love Simon Pegg in At World's End, because he is the 40-year-old goth friend that we've all had that never got out of it. We've all grown up, but he still comes around wearing a Sisters of Mercy t-shirt, wearing his trench coat. And I've known so many people like that, and it is so hilarious.
The World's End shaped my life, because I'm like, alright, note to self, like, you can still do your nerdy shit, but don't stay 17 forever.
Yeah.
Like, much like I was talking about with, like, when we were talking about Clerks, it's like, learn how to grow up, but not completely, like, sell your soul.
Yeah,
or
because
else you'll end up like him, like wishing where the days went and reliving the past. It's like,
because what's great?
Don't do that.
What's great about that
is actually pretty tragic when you get to the end.
Yeah, because he has his robot buddies now, and so he gets to.
No, I'm not even talking about that. That's kind of cool. I want to see a sequel with him and his robot band, but I'm talking about when they get to the World's End and they pull down his sleeves and he's got like bandages on his wrists and shit.
Yeah. I forgot about that moment.
Yeah, and it's like, he's like, I was Gary fucking King. It was all a lie.
Yeah.
He's like, they tried to tell me when to go to bed. Me.
Damn.
Yeah, he just always relived the World's End in his head, wanting to do it again. And then I love how he just comes to grip with the fact that, like, he could become younger, and he's just like, Nah.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. I love how bleak, but also, like, accepting of how bleak our humanity is. That's like, yeah, humans are fuck-ups, but at least we have the free will to be fuck-ups. At least we chose to be this way.
Yeah, seriously.
That's like, yeah, we know we're fucking idiots. Even the robots, even the alien is just like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it.
And, like, one thing that I really fucking love about Hot Fuzz is it's very much 3 movie genres in one. It starts off...
it's like, in America, it would just be like a parody of action movies or a parody of suspense movies. It would only stick to one genre, but this one
it starts off as your buddy cop movie, then it turns
your action movie, your suspense thriller, your detective movie.
It turns into a fucking slasher like halfway through.
Cult movies.
Yeah, seriously. And then, cult movie, slasher, and then toward the end, it's like full-on Western.
Yeah.
And then,
what I love is, another thing I don't even think they realized, they didn't do it with Shaun of the Dead, but in Hot Fuzz, you have Timothy Dalton, and then in The World's End, you have Pierce Brosnan. You got 2 Bond actors.
Yeah, 2 fucking Bond actors.
And they both did great in that. I loved Pierce Brosnan as the old teacher they used to have. And I know I always go back to the Smiths, but they are British. When you see a young Gary King, I'm like, holy fuck, is that Morrissey?
Yeah.
Which is funny, because the Smiths actually show up on the TV in Shaun of the Dead when they do that unique gag where instead of just having a newscaster go like, oh, there's panic on the streets of London, it cuts to the Smiths music video of Panic, where they say that lyric, and then it cuts to another fucking channel where it's like where people are literally being, and it cuts to Animal Planet where it's like eaten alive.
Yeah, that shit was great. Like,
that's
I
why,
just
like,
love
out the jokes.
Dude, I just love Edgar Wright's style of filmmaking. Like, he's a fucking genius, and
I love quirky British comedy. I think that British sense of humor, people like Ricky Gervais and Simon Pegg, like there's just something so charming about that kind of humor and something so witty.
Like, I am a huge fan of British shows. I love Monty Python. I like I said, I love the show Spaced. Have you ever seen Spaced?
No.
Jesus Christ! If you like the Cornetto trilogy, watch Spaced. Like, there's an episode where they're playing Resident Evil 2, and you've got these moments where they're, like, pretending to shoot zombies, and you got a lot of, like, precursor to Shaun of the Dead in there.
Where it's like, shoot up.
Dude, it is so fucking good, man. And then
also another thing is, the greatest comedies, I think, are the ones that still leave room for emotion. It's just not comedy all the time. Just like how I said about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, there's a moment that tugs on the heartstring. When in Shaun of the Dead, when he has to shoot his mom, like they still don't play it off like like there are serious moments.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking. And then even when Nick Frost gets bitten, it's like, damn, you knew it was coming, but damn.
Yeah, it's like, and they didn't hold back on the zombie like effects either. They do that great thing in every zombie movie where fucking David gets surrounded by zombies and they just rip them open.
Yeah, and speaking of British shows, and the guy that played David, he was on a British show called Black Books that is like one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's one of the funniest goddamn... To me, it's up there with Fawlty Towers on great British comedy.
I was just thinking about Fawlty Towers.
Like, it is hilarious.
Blackadder is another great.
Yeah, I fucking love Blackadder, dude. Blackadder is great.
And Mr. Bean, both Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah. I like Blackadder a little more, but Mr. Bean is some of the funniest fucking visual shit that I can ever think of.
Yeah, it's 2 different things. It's it's verbal comedy with Blackadder with the wit, and it's physical comedy with Mr. Bean.
Yeah, and Mr. Bean, like, you just put him in a situation and how his character reacts to shit, it's goddamn hilarious.
But yeah, with the Cornetto trilogy, what was I think? Also the scene in Shaun of the Dead where fucking they're throwing the vinyls at the zombies.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's ridiculous that in a situation like this, you'd be like, no, don't throw that one away. But I have to admit, let's be honest, if a zombie apocalypse is happening and the only thing I have to fight with is vinyls, I'd be like that.
Me too, man. Like, seriously, Batman
I'd be like, don't throw that one.
Batman soundtrack, toss it, you know, but Purple Rain, keep that shit.
I would actually want to keep the Batman soundtrack. You got Bat Dance, man.
Bat Dance.
Yeah, that would be me. They'd be like, okay, fucking Bruce Willis, The Return of Bruno, throw it. Cranberries, no need to argue. You don't fucking touch that.
Yeah.
That is staying. But yeah, I can't say which one's my favorite. I remember hearing a lot of negative stuff about The World's End, and like when I went into it, like my friend let me borrow his DVD when I was like in 9th grade. That's like, I didn't hear that one was that good. And then he's like, are you kidding me? Like, look, just take this home, and you come to your own conclusion. And I watched it. I'm like, this is just as good as the other two. I don't get why some people didn't like this one.
I love the shit out of it. Like, I like all three pretty much the same. Like, everything in all three, the continuity
The World's
gags.
End had the marmalade sandwich, man.
The continuity
the one
gags.
The one I've seen least is Hot Fuzz, and that's why I can't really comment on it that much, but I still remember loving the shit out of it. Dude,
like, even there's that one moment in Hot Fuzz when he wants to call her he's talking to the lady at the desk, and she's doing a crossword puzzle, and fucking, I can't even remember how this gag went.
He wanted to call her a hag.
Yeah, basically, and he got his chance. And then when
she finally shoots her, he does.
Yeah, but that's another thing I liked about Hot Fuzz is, like, they don't really kill any of the villains.
Yeah, it's like Timothy Dalton just ends up, like, fucking up on his own.
Like, they basically just incapacitate them, and, like, all the villains just wind up in the jail.
Yeah. And I love how they make, like, mundane, like, paperwork shot like an action movie.
The paperwork scenes are great.
But yeah, my number 3 was the Cornetto trilogy. If anyone listening to this hasn't seen them, you really need... Like, I know a lot of you are probably listening to this podcast thinking I'm crazy for not seeing half the shit that Travis is saying. But it's like, if you haven't seen the Cornetto trilogy, you need to reevaluate your life.
But yeah, so Cornetto trilogy was my number 1. So we'll go on my number 2, and that is it for me on there. And
all right.
Yeah, so it's not going to be as great as the Cornetto trilogy, but I'm almost willing to bet you haven't seen this one. How familiar are you with the Coen brothers?
I know a lot of their movies. Is it The Big Lebowski?
Nah, I wanted to put it on here, but there's one to me that just something about it, a big quirkiness that beats Big Lebowski.
Alright, what is it?
Yeah, and it's not Fargo either, damn it. Fargo could slightly be on here. But no, it's Raising Arizona.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot about it, so...
Dude, Raising Arizona is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I could get why this is on your list. I've heard a lot of people say it's like one of the greatest comedies ever.
It has one of the funniest Nicolas Cage performances. He's basically a criminal, and he's constantly going to jail. And the lady that takes pictures of his profile for his mugshots, him and her wind up having a relationship. And so they get married, but she can't have kids. Well, they see on the news that this man who owns a big furniture store had like quadruplets or some shit. And so they're like, well, why don't we just steal one of those babies, because they'll have 3 more. So they go, they kidnap the baby, and there's so much fucking funny ass shit. He has a baby book. When he puts the baby in the car, he throws the baby book in the car in the seat, and he's like, "Here's the instructions." And then you've got this random ass shit. Like, this is Coen Brothers shit all the way. You got this random biker dude, and you just see him driving on his motorcycle, right? And you see this little bunny rabbit there. He's driving. He pulls out a little, I can't remember if it was a grenade or a rocket launcher, but he blows the fucking bunny up. And Nicolas Cage has two friends played by John Goodman, and I believe, I gotta look this up real quick. I believe it's what's his name? God damn it, I can never remember his name. Steve Buscemi?
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
But I mean, Steve Buscemi's been in other.
Yeah, I'm not seeing his name on here. Yeah, it is not Steve Buscemi. Why am I stupid? Like, why am I like this? But it's some other guy. Can't remember his name. But it's not Steve, but John Goodman. And the scene when they break out of jail is hilarious because it's storming. They've tunneled themselves out of jail, and so they're breaking out of the topsoil, and it's muddy and it's raining, and they're just screaming, dude. They're just ah! John Goodman breaks out of the damn fucking mud like it's like they're being birthed. And he's just screaming, ah! And then he reaches down in there and he pulls his buddy out of the fucking mud, and they're like, alright, let's go to Hyde's house, you know? So they fucking just go over there to Nicolas Cage's house and hang out for a while, and it's such a weird offbeat comedy that, to me, like, really stands on all the Coen Brothers strengths, man. Like just the offbeat characters, the real eccentric nature of the plot, and it's just great, dude. Like, fuck, man. Everything about that movie is hilarious. And then the showdown at the end with the crazy biker dude, like, he comes out of nowhere, and really, you don't even know what his purpose is. He's just there, and he's just after Nicolas Cage, and fucking whooping Nicolas Cage's ass, dude. It's hilarious.
I mean, the fact that Nicolas Cage is in there at all makes me want to see it.
Yeah, dude, and he's great, man. And then to me, it has one of the greatest chase scenes of all time. Like, people love the cop chase scene in Blues Brothers, but the chase scene on Raising Arizona when he's trying to steal diapers for the fucking baby they stole is goddamn hilarious. Highly recommend that fucking movie.
I will add that to the list. I will add that to the Travis Jones collection. Just a giant box set with your face on the side, stroking your chin, looking all fancy, like, oh, check out these movies with your big top hat.
Oh, shit.
The Coffin Joe collection.
Yeah, so give me your number 2 and your number 1, man.
My number 2 is a Mel Brooks movie, and I had to pick what I think is the best Mel Brooks movie, and of course, it's Spaceballs.
Ah!
Because it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. My family references it all the time. One of the better Star Wars parodies out there, because everyone parodies Star Wars, but this one parodied just sci-fi in general.
Yeah, it's really the definitive
well.
one, man.
And the cast, you got the great John Candy again. May he rest in peace. Bill Pullman as Lone Star is hilarious. Rick Moranis steals the show.
Yeah, I mean, Rick Moranis as Darth Vader, basically.
Yeah.
Lord Dark Helmet. Like,
Dark Helmet.
there is like, when you see him, he's such an imposing looking dude. Like, that's a crazy freaking getup. But then he takes
I love how he's got a giant tie.
Yeah, the giant tie. He takes the helmet up, And he's like, I can't breathe in this thing.
can't
And
breathe in
it's
this
like,
thing.
he's such a nerdy looking guy, dude. It is so fucking funny.
I guess along with Bill Murray, Rick Moranis is that other dude who can do the same shtick over and over again and it never gets old.
Yeah, true that.
Because he's also in my number one, both of them, because my number one is Ghostbusters.
Oh, shit.
Because it's more than just a comedy, it's just one of the greatest cultural phenomenons of all time. And I had to add a Harold Ramis movie on this list too, because he's another one of the great comedic writers.
Yeah, definitely.
And Ghostbusters is no exception, both him and Dan Aykroyd. And you got four of the funniest actors in there: Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Bill Murray. It was just the perfect lineup for that kind of movie.
And Rick Moranis.
And Rick Moranis, and Sigourney Weaver, and fucking Annie Potts, all these greats. Fucking all of them do their roles with perfection. And I'm a huge Ghostbusters nerd, so I even accept Ghostbusters 2 for what it is. There's a lot of funny moments in that too, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't mind it.
And I loved the cartoon and the video game, and I tried to give the reboot the benefit of the doubt, but that fell flat.
Yeah, the sad thing about the reboot is people complain about it for all that bullshit, but me, it's like, there's
It's just
no
a bad
way.
movie. There's no controversy behind it. It's just not a good movie.
Yeah, the thing is like you said, every member of the cast in the original, even down to the writers and the directors, there is no way you can ever recapture that magic again. Ever.
Yeah, they couldn't even. Even people who thought Ghostbusters 2 was bad. The people who made the magic themselves, I like it, but I'm not going to say it's as good as the first one. They couldn't even capture the magic again.
Yeah, like, it's just one of those things that, the sequel was made because, there was money to be made. And, there was a slight demand for it, I guess. But there's no way you will ever capture that magic again. Whether it is a reboot, a remake, or a sequel to that property. Like, the cartoons were good, but the cartoons could expand on the lore, but they could not be like the movies. You know what I mean?
I think the cartoons were good in their own right. The cartoons
exactly.
have their own canon too, which is funny. The cartoon isn't related to the movie.
Well, the first
in their
episode
cartoon
is like,
universe, the movie was actually made starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Like, the movie was made about them.
but it's weird because the cartoon begins like right where the movie ends, when they're all covered in the Marshmallow Man.
Does it? I think I have the first season.
Yeah, like I swear, it begins like right there.
I'll have to watch it again. But yeah, Ghostbusters. I just think not even just as a comedy. It's just one of the greatest films ever made.
I mean, it's one of the greatest comedies. It's one of the greatest horror comedies.
Greatest
Everything,
sci-fi.
everything works. The effects to this day still hold up.
The score is amazing.
Yes, I mean the fucking theme song, dude. Like
It's
fucking
still a
A,
hit.
fucking A, dude.
Anyone who hears that song fucking sings along.
I mean, really, man. Even the fact that they kept that for the cartoon is a triumph.
Yeah. And they kind of kept it for the reboot, but not really.
Ooh, yeah, like.
They got fucking Fall Out Boy. And
Did you see my video on that?
I saw it in the recommendations. I don't think I ever, I wanted to. I forgot what distracted me, but I remember you posted one.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out right after this. Speaking of comedy, while I'm sitting here, my phone just alerted me that Poppy released a new video.
I dig the shit out of the Poppy videos.
Those are hilarious
I
videos.
learned about Poppy because I watch a lot of the horror YouTube channels like Rainbot, Mr. Nightmare, Scare Theater, and Rob Dyke. Like I watch those guys religiously.
Yeah, I like Rob Dyke.
And there was an episode. I believe it was Rainbot that did a Poppy video, and I was like, what is this, man? So I went to the channel and I'm like, this shit is awesome. It is.
My favorite, the video that cracks me up the most is It Fits.
Yeah. I just love that weird delivery, the weird background noise. It's so off-putting and goofy, and it's such genius shit to me, dude.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, before I even knew what Poppy was, I did a video I did a short film for my film class so similar to it about this sentient humanoid being which I played, and it wasn't too far off from Poppy's personality. I'm like, wow, like that's kind of cool how someone else kind of thought about this. That's like when technology takes over, like what is humanity?
Yeah.
That's like, it's scary but also funny.
Seriously. Like, and one thing I love about all those horror YouTube channels is that they show me shit on YouTube that I never would have ever found if
yeah, it takes you to that weird side.
Yeah, and like I am just obsessed with that weird shit. I constantly fucking turn on that weird ass I Feel Fantastic fucking android singing video and shit. Like my wife, my brother, everybody's like, this shit's so fucking weird, man. Why do you turn that shit on every time you turn on YouTube?
I'm thinking that too. I'm like, that shit creeps me the fuck out.
But it's,
have you ever seen? I forgot what the name of the video was, but it's this weird fucking doll-looking thing with fire behind it, and it's fucking saying like, there is nothing. And it's like cake or nothing or something like that.
yeah, dude, yeah, I like that one, and I love the Shay St. John stuff, the like skin tape and the hand thing, and dude, have you seen
There's
this?
some creepy shit.
Yeah, and it's like it's some of my favorite shit on there, dude. I'm like this. I was so glad that I found these guys because like. Wow, that is some great, weird, and really unnerving kind of shit going on.
Yeah, there is an attraction to, like, wanting to be freaked out by shit. But
Yeah. To me, a lot of that shit is scarier than most horror movies.
yeah, because there's that odd off-putting thing where you start to question, like, who posted this?
Yeah. And the
Like,
fact
is
that,
this real?
yeah, like,
What the
you know,
fuck?
it is awesome, dude. And Poppy...
That's why I go into those vids with a sense of humor. Like, when I see that there is nothing video or something like that, I'm like, you know, some guy is just cracking up behind the camera.
Yeah,
like, doing
seriously.
shit.
And like that, this stuff also led me to Pete the Meat Puppet. Have you seen that music video?
No.
Dude, Pete the Meat Puppet is goddamn amazing. It's this song, it's this freaking puppet made out of meat who's alive because the lady that made him let him suck on her tit and it gave him life. Dude, the song tells his life story and it is great. But it's like, here comes Pete, he's a meat puppet. A meat puppet, he's a puppet of meat. Dude, it is so fucking good.
So yeah, both Spaceballs and Ghostbusters have the greatest gags.
They really do.
Ludicrous Speed will always, and even some of the obvious jokes.
Like, you
just
gotta
get
comb
like
the
how
desert.
His name is Colonel Sanders, and it's like, what's the matter, Sanders? Chicken?
Yeah. And combing the desert. And you've got...
We ain't found shit.
Yeah, you got the black dudes with the afro comb. We ain't found shit. Oh my god.
And fucking, instead of Yoda, it's yogurt. But then when they actually like find his logo, it's like, yogurt! I hate yogurt! It's full of strawberries!
And they jam the radar with fucking jam.
Fucking radar is about to be jammed. And then they also make fun of shit like 2001: A Space Odyssey because they go to plaid.
Yeah.
And fucking, for the longest time when I was in like elementary school, all my friends would do, we would do the fucking Lone Star barf thing where it's like, give me paw. And then fucking, that was our high five, giving each other paw.
I'm a mom.
And the cast is great. You got great comedians, fucking Joan Rivers
Yeah,
as Dot
dude.
Matrix. the king cracks me up when they're like, "We'll have 1,000,000," and his crown just fucking covers his eyes. He's like, 1,000,000, and just the out there, just obvious dumb future jokes like, "We'll be back with Rocky 5,000,000,"
Yeah.
and Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, dude, Pizza the Hut, he ate himself to death.
Yeah. And then when the alien bursts out of the dude, it's like, "Not again." And then it just fucking does the, "Hello, my baby." Hello,
Yeah,
my
dude.
honey. I'll have the soup.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just one of the all-time greatest comedies. I remember they did like an animated series for it, but I never really watched it. I'm sure it sucked.
It wasn't good at all. It was on Netflix several years ago when Netflix first started doing the streaming shit, and it sucked.
Yeah, I remember catching it on like Comedy Central once, and I was like, why does this exist? I'm like, I can understand why Clerks tried to do it, but it's like Spaceballs. You really said all you want to give us something Spaceballs related. Give us Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Yeah, the quest for more money, man.
But then again, John Candy's dead, so it's like, he was one of the great things about. He was one of the great comedic actors, in my opinion. So without him, it would just feel sacrilegious.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, it's like, why didn't they do any Spaceballs movies when the prequels were coming out for Star Wars? It's like it would have been a perfect opportunity to like make fun of the prequels.
Yeah, because like Mel Brooks really hasn't done shit since Dracula.
Yeah, and that movie isn't as bad as people say it is. I think it's got its own little charm to it. It's definitely no Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, I like it for what it is because there's some funny shit in there, but I think if he did,
you got Leslie Nielsen and the dude from Ghostbusters 2 who played Janusz.
Yeah, I think that if he would have done it around the same time as Young Frankenstein, I think it would have worked better.
Yeah, but you also got to take into account some of these movies of Mel Brooks are great, not just because of him. Like, fucking a lot of it was Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say Blazing Saddles was mostly Gene Wilder and fucking Richard Pryor.
Yeah. Because even with, like, Robin Hood Men in Tights, it's not a great one, but I like it.
I enjoy that. I enjoy the shit out of Robin Hood Men in Tights strictly because of Carrie Elways.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Carrie Elways carries that movie.
He carries it.
Dave Chappelle, goddamn.
Yeah.
And just the fact that
he just did a new special. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I watched some of it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I'm like, oh shit, Chappelle's back?
It was pretty good.
But yeah, those are my top two favorite comedies. Because originally Spaceballs was going to be number one, but then when Ghostbusters popped in my head, I'm like, no, Ghostbusters really is. Because again, it's more than just a comedy. It is just. There's plenty of other ways you could watch it. Like, you could analyze the fucking science fiction aspect of it. You could enjoy the horror aspect of it. So if you're not a fan of horror, you can enjoy the comedy of it. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Kids will enjoy the comedy, and the ghosts will. The librarian ghost scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Yeah, dude.
It was like a jump scare that worked. Not to mention it didn't play it safe like the reboot. There's that scene where the hands pop out and start fucking grabbing all over Sigourney Weaver and pull her into the fucking the light. It's like that shit was freaky. One of them even cops a feel.
Yeah, one grabs her fucking boob.
Yeah, that was like some hungover fucking intern. Like, look, I'm gonna touch Sigourney's boob.
Yeah.
And good on him. Good on him for that. He got away with it.
Oh shit.
What if that was actually what the director wanted? What if the director was like, and then one of you needs to grab her by the tit?
Yeah, see what she does. See if she stays in character.
I'm sure it had to have been, because I'm sure Sigourney Weaver wouldn't take that shit. She's fucking Ripley. She'll blow your ass to kingdom come. I would not fuck with Sigourney Weaver. But damn, man, we finally got the top 10 comedies.
Yeah, so like next you said you wanted to do the Cranberries retrospective.
Oh yeah, since they just dropped their album.
I ordered.
And I listened to it, and I thought it was okay.
All right, so I ordered Roses yesterday, so it should be here sometime in the middle of this week, and I'll listen to that new one on YouTube. Mostly to see the acoustic versions and the couple new songs, and then hopefully we can get on that next weekend, and and then like we should definitely do like a favorite TV shows episode of Future.
Definitely.
Or not Future, but Basement.
But we still are in the future.
Yeah, we are in the future.
So
I'm
for all
sure
we
there's
know,
like
Cranberries retrospective isn't done yet. For all we know, maybe there's another album in the future.
yeah, like, and then another thing too. Like, these are our favorite comedies. If we're in the future, you know, there's probably
Comedies that's probably gone downhill. I think Adam Sandler has 7 more Netflix movies.
He does too.
Oh God, we're running from Keemstar and Adam Sandler now.
God.
What if in the future Keemstar and Adam Sandler did a collab?
It would be awful.
Yeah.
It would just not be good.
Jesus Christ, Aku, what the fuck is wrong with you? For letting this evil upon us. I should have joked. For my number 1, I should have like taken you by surprise and be like, number 1, Little Nicky. I wanted to do that with my top 5 horror movies. Be like, number 1, Sex in the City. Oh, man. But this has been our top 10 comedies. I am Frank Del Vecchio. You can find me at my YouTube channel, The FDB Production. All lowercase, no spaces. I do movie reviews, music reviews, anything that comes up in my messed up little head.
Yeah, and I am Travis Jones, and you can see all my shit on the YouTube here, Bloody Chuckle Studios. You can see us on rtgomer.com and horrorphilia.com. And check out the music that me and Zach and our buddies we all make on soundcloud.com under Bloody Chuckle Studios.
Yeah, they make some good shit.
Hell yeah, we try to.
And succeed.
Sweet. I'm glad people like it.
So, this is us signing off. Later.
Yeah, man, later.